What's wrong, Ryan? Are you upset about your brother?
Yeah.
You know, son, you'd still have a baby brother if your mom would stop drinking.
That's right, honey.
Well, there's not much you can do about the third trimester jitters.
How's your arm, Ryan?
Ow, it hurts.
It only looks broken, sweetie. What can Mommy do to make it better?
Could I listen to the Lazlow Show?
Well, I guess that would be okay.
Kick ass.
You be good, son. Your mom and I are going to a swinger party. For now, we'll let the Lazlow Show babysit you.
Should we, start with the national anthem? Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I got too drunk last night. Just, play the opening music.
Lazlow Show, episode 15. In this episode, our useless producer is so useless that he calls in live from a barbecue contest in North Carolina. Reed is not even in the studio this week. We have bizarre audio from the Aryan Front's new PR campaign, Hot Blonde Twins That Sing. Big Al returns to the show. Also a visit from a Repo man. He's also an actor. His name's Frank Chavez. He's been on an earlier episode. We've also got some behind-the-scenes audio of Madonna that will make you hate her even more. Plus some news about the future of the Lazlow Show. A couple of calls from corporate this week. But we're going to start with DJ BC's album, The Beasties. The Beastles. Beatles and Beasties together.
If you want to know the real deal about the three, well, let me tell you what Tripple trouble, y'all. We're going to bring you up to speed. Check it out. Cause I'm a spatializer, rhyme reviser. Ain't selling out to advertisers. What you get is what you see, and you won't see me in the advertising. See, I like the party, not King Bacardi, cause I'm not looking cheap, don't want for nobody. No promise real, or anyone real. This is like having a delicious meal. Moving the crowd, well, that's so much. I got some words that apply to us, and that's mesmerizing, tantalizing, captivating, overflowing. If you want to know the real deal about the three, well, let us tell you where Tripple trouble, y'all. We got to bring you up to speed. Now check it out. Here's one for the bitches and the upper tier. Versatile on temperature. If you wanna drink on Mr. Belvedere, run this rap game like a brigadier. I got kicks on the 1, 7 and 11, snares on the 5 and 13, rhymes on time and that's the given. We're hot on the disco scene. Go down with the army, got to stop stinching. Source of the problems after your attention. You got lyrics that got me clenching. You're like a bitch, my picture that winching. If you wanna know the real deal about the three, well, let me tell you what Tripple trouble, y'all. We're gonna bring you up to speed, so check it out. Bam! Super nature, goddamn. Sarone on the microphone. I am Ed Rock, aka Sharp Cheddar. My rhymes are better, huh? What the hell? No joy is that? Did I hear you say my rhymes is whack? I'm beautiful, you can't touch me. If you pick a rose, well, you might just bleed. We're originators, we can't feign. Ignorant or past the blame. No rhyme coming out the brain. No beat to drive you insane. No move to make the neck clean. No skill to make the bars ingrain. No need to leave you in flames. No style that you can't do flames. See a wolf, I like jumping a hook. The style so new, y'all be like, yeah. Turn this body out like a wolf. You're born with the skill at will that I know you want. On a hot day with the ice latte. Devious like Rodney Coyote. Hot to trate, maybe not take. We need to know what the baby know. If you wanna know the real deal about the three, we're gonna take a rich Tripple trouble, y'all. We're gonna bring you up to speed. Check it out.
It's magic. Yes, it is. It's magic. Somewhere in the Trinity, you get three.
WXRK, New York, 92.3 K-Rock. Great rock. K-Rock. Period.
We really got to get a new one of those, Wayne, because it's not like, doesn't really apply.
Yes, really. I'm a little out of breath. You had me running around there.
40 seconds till that song's over, and I'm like, go give me a Diet Coke, and you ran with it down the hall. It's going to blow up all over the floor.
I held it pretty steady. I'm out of breath just running down the hall.
Dude, you're a carpenter. You do a radio show once a week, and you're a carpenter.
I yell at people. That's what I do.
This is the Lazlow Show, episode 15. Reed it was very bizarre. We turned the mics off last week, and Reed goes, "Oh, I'm not going to be there next week."
Yeah, like 5-2. The end of the show. 5 minutes to the end of the show.
He says he's at some barbecue contest.
What are they queuing up?
I don't know. He's down in, I think it's in North Carolina.
Probably like one of those big pigs in a spigot.
He's
spinning for hours.
He's unemployed, so he had to take the gig. I guess he's writing
Did
about
Yoko go with him?
I think so. I
thought maybe mysteriously she was going to stop by while he's out of town.
He's on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Whoa.
Little scooter. Doing 30 miles an hour.
He needs a muffler. Those things are supposed to be like environmentally sound and...
He ran out of gas.
That's why he ain't back.
Yeah.
Poor Reed.
Alex, we'll call you Al.
Yeah, okay. That's good. That's good. Hey, you know what? You can call me Al.
All right.
I couldn't help but stare at that beard you got, Wayne. That's
see, this is the first time you've met Wayne. Wayne has a dreadlock beard.
Was I threatening to you?
Oh, my goodness. No, it wasn't threatening. It just it just looks very
actually,
good.
I have to say on the train ride into the show, I was looking at Wayne's beard, and you got stuff caught in there, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have you been growing those dreadlocks?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
There's like food particles.
Some Japanese food from last night.
Like little tribesmen or something coming out of the jungle.
There's lint. There's all kinds of things.
And you know what? You're a carpenter, too. You ever staple yourself to the ground or what?
No.
Never.
Never.
You ever got that caught in a circular saw or anything?
Nope. Safety first. The beard gets put in the T-shirt.
But you tell me it's when you've been a little ill, like too much to drink, it's gone in the bowl.
It's been in the toilet bowl. It's been wrapped around the seat, yes.
Oh, my God. Now, what happens in the shower? You know, you're taking a shower, all of a sudden you get things tangled up in there. That's another story.
Yes.
So Alex and I used to work together back at WDRE.
What a trip that was.
And then LAR, the grand station that was...
I thought his name was Al.
Above it, whatever.
Okay.
Above an abortion clinic. Al was actually in the very first episode of this show, briefly.
Yes, I heard.
And then his bosses at the dairy barn told him he could never be on again.
Never again. That milk went sour.
And you actually used to be the voice of the Islanders.
Well,
right?
A long time ago. We're talking about 98 on that one.
Yeah. What happened to that franchise? I was reading the other day, some guy named Wang owns it?
Wang?
Yeah, no, I mean...
Isn't he the guy that's redoing the Nassau Coliseum? He wants to build some kind of...
He just about owns all of Oyster Bay.
Does he?
Yes, he's a very influential, wealthy man, yes.
And so, what happened? You and the Islanders fall out, or...?
No, not really. I still go to some of the games, know about 2 or 3 people there now, because a lot of people have left, or they have been fired.
What'd you do during the hockey strike?
Played hockey.
Well, but...
Various leagues, you know, I'm all over the place playing ice hockey. You know, you can find me in every arena.
Down in Long Beach?
Yeah, I played in Long Beach a couple of times. That's right. Laz came down. My gosh. I mean, he didn't get to see the game because I guess he had to go home and make some
that
margarita
hockey rink
pizza or
freaks
something.
me out because I really can't go into why it freaks
I've
me
never
out.
been in there.
It's cold.
Yes,
I've been
you've
there
been down there with Tricky C, haven't you?
I actually went ice skating with Wayne's girl. We got so goofed up in the parking lot, and then I'm in there trying to ice skate, and there's like Hasidic people ice skating. It was just too big of a scene.
See, and I can't go because I ice skate on my ankles. If you know what I'm saying, there's no blade involved. It's the side of my ankles.
Oh, you got to tie them skates.
Is that what it is?
Oh, dude,
I think you got to tie them. You have to have laces in them. Wayne.
After last week, you're not going to last long on this show, Al. I can already tell. You sucks. After last week's show, Wayne and I always go to TGI Fridays for the grand beverage, and
but you're off. You're on the wagon, or you're off the wagon. Which is it?
I'm on and off the wagon.
Okay.
And there was a concert just let out.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever been in Penn Station when you just want to get home and some concert lets out. You sit there try to figure out what kind of fans they are. Like, you'll be riding on the train and people are just completely S-faced, and then they've got like Rod Stewart T-shirts on, and you're waiting for some kind of weird Rod Stewart fight to break out. But Wayne and I could not figure out.
It took a while.
Life of us, because there was a lot of teen girls and
amazing amount of. It was all teen girls.
I had to go to the bathroom for a little bit.
Did you?
But we have actually some news on tonight's show about teen girls.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Well, they should have been with us last weekend.
There was. We thought it was you two.
Yes.
For a while.
Yeah, because they were in town on Friday night. Reed went.
But I said there's not enough old people on at this, and then it was Kelly Clarkson.
Yes.
I guess she filled up the... Who goes to see Kelly Clarkson?
I would have went, I got to say, if I didn't have to be here and they were giving me free tickets. I would have easily been there.
I don't know, dude. Kelly Clarkson.
She's hot.
I love her.
See?
I do.
I
dream about her sometimes. Yes. Oh, yeah, baby.
Have you ever actually watched that
no.
show?
I don't think I've ever watched one episode of that.
Of
AI.
American Idol? Is that the show that she's from?
Yes.
Yeah, I say AI.
I don't do it.
I don't really watch it.
Cousin Ed called me. If you listen to the show, you know Cousin Ed was supposed to be the sidekick. Oh, we've got somebody that's trying for your place, Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Somebody wants your job.
Well, they're going to have to come punching. Bring it on. What's his name?
Come out swinging, baby.
Yes.
What's your credential? What's his credentials to be sidekick? You got to hang out with Lazlow to be sidekick, I thought. That's my number one credential.
We got so much. I have to find this later, dude, because there's about 1 billion pieces of paper in here. Nick Carter left the place trashed.
Yeah. We ought to sabotage his show one day.
But I got this email from Reed. You know, he's down there.
Oh, so this has something to do with Reed. He's jealous. His horns are starting to expose.
So he's a little nervous about the direction of the show. Actually, his girlfriend's a little nervous about it.
Don't listen.
He couldn't even come to this week's episode, and he didn't even book anybody. We were supposed to have a comedian.
Wow.
He emails me last night. Surprise, no word from the guy Jesse I asked to be on the show. On the plus side, I was randomly talking to this dude at the bar last night, and he loves you.
So
what bar?
I don't know. Read it to some redneck bar down in North Carolina.
And he loves us, or loves you? Which is it?
He has a man crush on you. He says that you're the best guest on Opie and Anthony. I slept with him.
Oh,
that's the end of the email from Reed.
Wow.
Reed slept with him?
I guess.
So is Reed maybe going to be bailing on the show if it goes in a direction they're not comfortable with?
This is what Reed brings to the show. He can't book a guest.
Right.
But he says that he's in a bar going, yeah, I'm on a radio show.
I don't got time to even be at the bar to brag that I'm on a radio show.
Here's another email. Last year, Jesus Christ. Last week we're ragging on the Diners Club card. Oh, I think this could be Reed Tucker calling in.
From south of the border.
Well, let's see if we can figure out how to bring Reed Tucker up on the... Reed Tucker?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big Reed, what's up?
Let me guess, you two fools that spent the last 10 minutes just totally wrecking me.
Yep.
Nah, it's not that bad.
Make that 3.
Come on now. What do you got?
Well, we actually we got a recording of you riding your moped
through New Jersey.
I said, are you going to play it?
Oh, well, you probably can't hear it because his board sucks. You know, yeah, and I'd let you talk to Alex, but of course the fools that rigged this entire studio only have 2 microphones that can talk down the phone. Now, what are you doing? You're at some barbecue thing?
Yeah. I'm down in North Carolina, and dude, I've eaten more pork than any man alive.
And what's this? You talked to some guy in a bar last night about the show?
Yeah, he knew who you were. It was crazy, man. You have fans. It was scary.
How did this come up? And what kind of bar was this a bar called Saddle Tramps or something where you're wearing assless chaps?
I was, yeah. He was dressed as a cowboy, and he said that he met you one time in Chelsea.
Oh, really?
No, he was actually in the music business. He worked for Geffen Records, and he was saying, yo, dude, you know Lazlow? That's like super hot, man, because that dude's like, he's on O&A all the time, but I hate to say it, he's like, he ain't witty, but he's interesting.
He ain't witty?
What? You didn't put that in your email, fool.
That's what he said. But he loved you, dude.
He ain't witty, but he's interesting, is what he said about me?
That's what he said. But he thought you were funny most of the time, but mostly he thought that you always had cool stuff to say. And he said that when you filled in O&A that week, that you were the best guest that they brought in to fill in for Jim Norton.
Okay. Well, I guess
that's what he said. And then he asked for my number.
Dude, why were you bringing me up in a bar? How did this topic come up?
Because I don't know. Because
were you drunk?
You're supposed to use that information to pick up chicks, not guys.
Either way, I don't know why. Because he worked in the music business, and I don't know. We were talking about radio.
You're trying to get your record landed?
I was, man. I have like a polka record. No, he was. We were just talking about radio, and he was saying how hard it was to get bands on the radio, and that how stagnant radio is, and nobody plays anything new. And I was telling him, about our show, and he's like, "Yo, man, that's great." So he said if he comes up to New York, that he wants to hang around the studio.
No, we don't let any record trash in the studio, dude. He just wants to play some dumb Geffen record on here.
Yeah,
I don't even know a popular Geffen band right now.
Oh, come on, he's got tons, man. No, he repped
Name
Ashley
one.
Simpson.
He what?
He repped Ashley Simpson.
Well, the word is this station's about to play no music at all.
That's right.
Days,
If you ain't got a talk radio show, you're out.
That's right.
That's messed up.
Oh,
that is unnecessary.
Nick Carter in the studio.
He's in listening in. Trying to get some tips?
Reed, we're gonna have Nick Carter sit in for you, but I don't think he can sound as effeminate as you.
Does he ride a scooter?
No, he doesn't ride a scooter. That's the
I
other.
was wondering what kind of... You guys, I thought it was just going to be like 3 hours of dead air, because you guys got nothing to say when you're not cutting me up about the
Oh, Yoko's coming in another hour.
Yoko wanted to be on the phone call, but I told her, no,
Oh, you got her with you, huh?
Settle down.
Hey, you ever hit her? You ever hit her and put her in her place?
Oh, only when she deserves it.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So why are you at a barbecue contest and not trying to do our show?
The big things are getting ready to happen.
Pork comes first, baby. No, because I have to write an article about North Carolina barbecue, and we had tickets to see the Rolling Stones on Friday down here, so we figured,
Did you go?
Yeah.
And I saw them like a few years ago, and
what'd you think?
I had a good time because I was liquored up, but
of course, those guys. The average fan was like 116 years old in there, but those guys look rough, boy. I'm telling you, when you see them up close, they're
What do you mean when you see them up close? What are you doing backstage, giving them a feel?
Nah, man. They have this stage that moves out into the crowd, so they get pretty close, but their faces it's rough, baby.
Dude, how old are they? How old are the
60s.
Stones,
They're in the 60s, right?
Yeah, like
60s?
62, I think Mick Jagger is.
Well, dude, yeah. Listen, if you had a life of drug abuse and various sexual partners, some of which may include David Bowie, you're going to look a little rough as well.
Yeah, and some dude at the concert was trying to tell me that after every show that Keith Richards and Mick Jagger get their blood swapped out.
See, I've heard this rumor. Have you heard this, Wayne?
Yes, I heard that Keith Richards had to get a couple
Do you think that's true?
blood transfusions to be able to even get access to come into the United States. That his blood was so heroin loaded.
I've never heard anything like that. Are you kidding me?
I'm not. That's just what I hear.
What do you mean? This is what I hear. Where?
I'm old. You got to remember, dude. The Stones are like dinosaurs, and I'm not too far behind them. Okay, so
Reed, what blood type are you?
I think I'm A positive.
What a surprise. He's positive.
Oh.
Listen, it's from his Chelsea days.
Oh, my goodness.
So now not only do I ride a scooter, but I have AIDS and I'm gay. Was that the joke there?
Well, you know what? You've talked about your whole weekend so far. It's been about barbecue sauce and men.
The two best things in life, baby. The two best things in life. No, come on, man. We went to see the Rolling Stones. That's pretty manly.
No, it's not manly. Would have been manly if we went to Kelly Clarkson last Sunday when we left here.
Yeah, when we left here, dude, we went to Penn Station and the Kelly Clarkson concert let out, and there were raisins everywhere.
Raisins? Is that what we call them? There was a lot of raisins now that I think about it. Yes.
Were they hanging out at the TGI Fridays with you guys?
No, they couldn't come in,
There was a couple sloppy mommies there.
Yeah,
there was
a couple
two sloppy mommies that had like a 17-year-old drinking Coke.
Yeah, and they were seen it. They looked like they were, sort of angry divorcees. Wayne was going to move in on them.
Those are the easiest chicks to pick up on, man.
You know it.
Divorcees.
Yeah, and as Reed told me one time when we used to work together in an ad agency, the hottest thing is when you're banging a married chick and the wedding ring rubs on your junk.
Ooh.
Yeah, boy. You ever had that, Wayne?
No, can't say I did, Reed. No? Can't say I did.
That's when you pick up them railroad tracks.
What?
We think Bipolar Boys.
Who is that guy?
That is Alex.
Al. It's Big Al.
Don't you remember the very first show we did, Bipolar Boy?
Of course.
Right, non sequitur.
Did his sports team Overlord Masters let him in the studio?
No, we're talking. It's Dairy Barn.
Right.
It's Dairy Barn.
Oh, right.
Right. We don't talk.
That's right. I worked in the drive-in door.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, Reed, you booked nobody for this week, and you're out of town.
I tried. Like I said, apparently it's not enough that we're the biggest rock station in America. I send out these emails, and it's just like, boop, just total dead air from these guys.
Are you sure your computer's connected and they're actually leaving your house?
You don't even have a computer.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's plugged in?
I invited 3 people, and one of them said he was out of town, and then the other 2 just didn't get back to me.
And when you said this through the glory hole and you got no response,
I will destroy their careers. It's the last thing I do.
All right, now we're talking.
Okay, listen, before we let you go, you got to tell me about the barbecue. You rode on your scooter. Did you leave on Tuesday to get down there?
Come on.
Oh, okay.
And with 2 people, you can't hit maximum of 40 miles an hour. You had to be down to like 30.
We were going like 25
on a good downhill.
Yeah, and we ate at some good barbecue restaurants, and these are some old, just like roadside places that have been there since the 60s. And so we went into one place, and we were talking to this guy, and he'd been there since 1963 at the same joint selling barbecue. And he says that it was real good, and he's had a nice run of 40, 50 years, whatever. And he says the only time that the barbecue went downhill was about 20 years ago when he thought he was getting out of the business, and he sold it to a Jewish feller.
Exactly. What a shock. A little racism down there,
and he's like, can you imagine a Jewish feller selling pork?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, now, are you going to white barbecue establishments or black barbecue establishments?
It's very interracial down here. There's no line.
Okay, because I thought they.
Yeah.
And what are you at Disneyland? Of course, there's a racial line down there. You kidding me?
No,
there's the guys with the white pointy hats, and then the regular people.
And ain't none of that anymore.
And really?
Yeah. All right.
Trust me, dude. I've got some stuff. I've got some audio from these. There's this new duo of young Aryan blonde girls who are trying to take over the music charts with white power pop, and I have clips.
Is it catchy?
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's too bad that, the racist can't seem to hold a tune. There's just too much hate in their heads.
You know what binds everyone down here, which is so weird, coming from New York, is that everyone is so damn religious.
Oh, sure, dude.
Praise the Lord.
There's a church on every corner down there, dude.
No, it really is. And, we were in, like, an Eckerd. I was buying a camera or something, and I asked the cashier, just sort of off the cuff, like, oh, hey, how you doing today? And she was like, blessed.
Blessed?
Wait, blessed. That's what she said. I was like, dude, you working at an Eckerd? That's across the street from a horse track.
Dude, if you think you're blessed because you're working at Eckerd Drugs, you got mad issues.
She's blessed because she's working.
Cousin Ed's calling my cell phone.
Oh, we're going to have 2 callers. This is definitely going to get crazy.
So, nice. How much pork have you eaten before we let you go?
I swear, it's got to be up near the 5-pound mark.
Really?
Yeah,
how many?
Bring me some.
So you go to, dude. I don't.
I love a pulled pork sandwich.
I don't
Bring it on.
Swine.
Sorry, Lazlow's vegetarian.
And I'm not a vegetarian. I just don't dig swine. I'm like Samuel L. Jackson.
You don't like bacon.
So you eat at one place and you sit there and take notes like that was good barbecue, and then you go to the next place. You're getting paid to do this?
Yeah, I'm getting paid
to eat pork.
You got it.
Is there any other barbecue down there besides pork?
No. North Carolina is mostly pork.
Have they not discovered barbecue chicken?
Oh, they got barbecue chicken, but they don't call that barbecue. Barbecue is like chopped pork and sauce, They
don't call barbecue chicken because you go down to Alabama, it's all pork and chicken. And,
right.
And white people.
You need to get on that scooter and head west. Find some chicken barbecue.
I don't know what the definitions are, but everyone's got their own definition of what barbecue.
All right, dude. Listen, bring me back some kind of Daisy Duke paraphernalia.
I'm going to bring you back a Spirit flag bumper sticker.
Yeah. Did you drive or did you fly?
We flew.
Okay.
All right, and don't cut me up after I hang up.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Listen.
Alex, you watch him, baby.
That was the first 10 minutes, Reed, before you called in.
Don't worry about it. I'm always watching.
Right. All right.
I appreciate it.
Listen, tell your girl I said, you say hello in Japanese.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
You'll see her Tuesday?
Yes, I'll see her Tuesday.
Yeah.
You're going to see her Tuesday?
Yes, I need
what?
I need a bikini waxing.
Oh. Hey, Reed, just so you know, my old lady wants to, get in contact with you so you can get some dirt on me because she feels I'm always, just ragging you down. She wants to give you some dirt. So maybe you need to get together with her and talk to her.
You throw out your own dirt on yourself, dude.
Well,
rob a train car full of cereal.
Yeah, but there's comedy in that somewhere. I'm not quite sure where, but there is comedy in there.
All right. Well,
she wants to give you inside dirt,
Yeah?
Bad habits.
Wayne's girl has a little bit of a crush on Reed.
Yeah, she does.
Sort of that innocent comic book nerd about you.
I don't know what it is either, but she yelled out your name last night.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, tell her to call me or come over.
Yeah.
Hey, Reed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reed must have got his motorcycle. His moped must have went into a tunnel. Reed, it was real.
Oh, I love it. Finally get to hang up on him, dude. This is the Lazlow Show. Coming up tonight, we've got some behind the scenes audio that somebody got from Z100 that's got it to us.
Really?
Yeah, it's from.
Is it about us?
No, it's a little behind the scenes sort of Madonna thing that happened over there.
All right.
So we got that. We've got Alex on the show, who so far has contributed nothing. We have some stuff about the arcades in the 80s, including sound effects.
But you knew that about Alex from the show 1, that he contributed nothing.
You got to turn my mic on. Oh, there it is. Hey. Yeah.
Oh, Cousin Ed must be really drunk and upset.
Yeah, it's poor.
It's halftime.
Dude, he called me. That's right. He's at the Eagles game.
I'm going to say they had a 4 o'clock start.
Yeah. Yeah, because he announces the Eagles game.
Yeah.
Well, or he says that here come the cheerleaders and
yes,
buy some.
And that was an exceptional calendar, I got to say, that he gave us. I mean, you didn't look at the calendar.
Oh yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Makes me want to go to a game just to see the cheerleaders. I could care less who was playing, but there was some hot chicks in that calendar.
And we'll get Cousin out on the line. Also on tonight's show, what else do we have? Oh yes, we've got the some Stewie.
Stewie?
Yes, and some calls to a racist country club. Lazlow Show.
Records. Life played loud.
93 KROC's Lazlow Show, episode 15. So, when we first started this show, we weren't playing a whole lot of music.
Not that you were playing a lot of music.
Well, we were playing a lot of music, then it started to sort of taper off.
Right.
And then there's a big word in the radio industry.
Which is?
Well, that a lot of stations are going to.
Yeah.
The music's done. The kids got their iPods. It's going to be...
Could be an interesting time, couldn't it?
Wayne's hoping for a...
And the king of talk is leaving.
Is he?
Yes.
Imus?
Yes. Oh, I think he is a king in his own right, too. I don't think that's the one that's leaving, though.
So what's up with the Red Bull?
The Red Bull the refrigerator is packed, so there is a message getting across that we enjoy Red Bulls.
So you're always in the green room stealing all the Red Bulls?
Not always in the green. I have a couple, 2 or 3 if they're here.
Be careful. Last time...
There's like a little cup that says, leave a quarter.
Here's the... Oh.
This
Cousin,
could be trouble.
Could be trouble.
It's the blue light.
Cousin Ed.
I'm in trouble?
No. You know what happens when those strobes go off? It gets freaky in here.
I'm trying to get away from the buses.
What are you doing? Where are you? I thought you were at the Eagles game.
No, this is the commish.
Oh, it's the commish again.
What's a commish?
You don't remember the night the commish called in on the hotline?
Yeah, I'm the commish.
Oh, right.
Wow, your memory is bad.
Stern's cronies.
You're in trouble, Lazlow.
You're in trouble. We're at the FCC. That's interesting. So, whatever. Evidently, only one person can,
Are we on the radio now?
Yeah, we're on the radio.
Yes, we are, so clean up the language.
Really? Just like that? Like there's no delay? Or?
No delay, dude.
Oh, this is scary.
Well,
do I have to be funny now?
Yes, go. Did you just go to the Eagles game?
Knock, 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 knock.
Do you even remember talking to me the other night?
When?
You called me and then asked me what Johnny Cash song we were singing on the slopes.
Oh, yeah, Sam Hall. Lord, I am Sam Hall, Sam Hall.
Right, and then you started... You know when somebody's really drunk and they call you at maybe an inappropriate time, let's say, I don't know, after midnight.
Because I had a brain fart.
And then they say stuff like, they start giving a list of everything they've drank that night, like you care. You're like, yeah, we had some Black Label, and then we just did a couple of shots of Queer. Dude, you went through a whole...
That was a rough Friday. In fact, I woke up the next morning and thinking the same thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go out one night and just drink like crazy, or like normal. And when I wake up the next morning and see on my counter, like it all spread out, like here's the shot, here's the bottle, here's the bottle, here's the bottle, here's the pint, here's the shot, here, and see them all lined up, like, oh my God, like, and you stare at it, you're like, there's no way that's physically possible.
Yes, there is. It's called death in your 30s.
Yeah, but if you're hammered like that, how can you remember all those drinks?
Because I can go for like 10 hours, dude.
That's amazing.
Ed is unstoppable.
He seems to be on the wagon right now because he thinks that his tolerance is too high. You ever heard of such a crazy thing, Ed?
Yeah, I think there's a word for that. Marriage.
Oh!
The institution.
No, that's not it at all, dude. I'm just saying my tolerance is so high.
It's like I smoke a lot of weed because I can smoke a lot of weed. Lazlow drinks a lot of beers because he can drink a lot of beers. Now he's complaining that it takes 15 beers to get a buzz. Didn't you want to get to the level that you could drink 15 beers and not have a buzz?
No, the problem is I get a buzz, but I also get a fat ass.
Ah.
I got in trouble a couple weeks ago because it was Yom Kippur, right? You know, like the Jewish will fast for an entire 24 hours. And I was like, you know what? Well, that Thursday, when the fasting ends, that's when you take a Jewish girl out. You give her like one glass of Chavez, and she's tanked. You take advantage of her. And the sales girl who was Jewish was like, it's wrong of you to take advantage of our fasting for atonement and using it for your sexual gain. I'm like, why?
Dude, any religion that says you don't eat, see, that's why I like the old pagan religions. There's no fasting. They get together, eat, bang, make babies.
Yeah.
The only thing good about fasting is the fact that you can get drunk off of like one glass of Chavez, so take advantage.
No.
So is that what you're looking to achieve, Laz? Is go back to just one beer getting you silly and stupid?
That's right.
That's not
good. I want to be back to a
How
cheap
you going to
date.
fool the cops when they pull you over?
Huh?
How you going to fool the cops when
I
they
don't
pull
need
you
to.
over?
I got that little badge on the front of the car.
Oh, that's right.
great.
You don't need to fool anybody. You've got that. If you've paid off the man, you've got that like PBA sticker. You're done.
Yeah.
So,
Just so you know.
Wayne has questions about my family, apparently.
Yeah, it seems that I hit it. There's 2 Eds. How could there be 2 Eds? You have a brother named Ed?
I have a brother named Ed. Yeah.
What a redneck family.
Is that weird? It's like...
No. Technically, it's easy. You know, it's that way. You know, when the mom yells like "Ed, cut the grass" or "Ed, come home for dinner," you both come running. She has one syllable. She saves time.
Because, you know, I'm on the train here with Laz, and he goes, yeah, me and Laura are going somewhere, and we're going to meet Ed's brother, Ed. And I'm like, what's he, a stepbrother, adopted? No, it's his brother.
I notice they're not staying with my brother because they're like, we had enough of him before. We know what he's like. Because last time me and Lazlow stayed there, my brother's wife was like, you guys are like a damn TV sitcom that I can't turn off.
Yeah, when cousin Ed and I hang out together, it's she was saying that we're like a TV show that she can't turn off. She'd had enough of us.
Yeah, we're like one of those married sitcoms.
We just go at each other, and you would be the woman.
Hey,
Really?
Ed, I ran into your old friend the other day.
Who?
I was on the internet in the chat
Hey,
room.
wait, I know this voice. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's Big Al, baby. I'm back. Here we
I
go.
thought you were allowed on the show. What is going on?
Yeah, so the dairy barn gave him a pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That scared me. I'm like, I know this guy.
Yeah, I actually closed the dairy barn today, so you can't go there.
Wait, who'd you run into?
I ran into Sal Id, your friend, from the chat room.
Yeah.
Remember Sal?
Dude, Cousin Ed, when Cousin Ed was on the air,
That was
starting
amazing.
in 95, he had this group of imbeciles.
I was the first guy probably nationwide to actually have a chat room live on the air, and these guys were weirdos.
Dude, I mean
like 11 cities nationwide, they're like, let's have an EdCon. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, we're all going to get together in each city. We'll all meet up, and like, yeah, a bunch of computer weirdos that get together. It wasn't that exciting.
Dude, do you remember that chick when you and I were on the air that she was in Philly, because we were on the air in Philly, and she was sending us like used underwear?
No, wait, it got worse, because when I got fired from New York and I came to Y100 in Philly, she was always like, what's your real name? I'm like, you know what, honestly, a name is what people call you. People call me Ed. Let's just leave it at that. You know, I was married at the time. Even my wife called me Ed. Like, only my mom knows my real name. Let's just leave it at that.
Wait, only your mom?
Well, my mom, my dad, and my brother.
Did your brother call you Ed?
No, yeah, just hold on. I know he calls me Ed. So anyway, like, this girl, like, finds out, like, what shift I work at Y100.
She was crazy, dude.
Yeah, she followed me to Y100, like, saw what kind of car I drove, wrote down my license plate, and then she went to DMV and paid somebody to find out my real name. And she called me one day, and she's like, so, how you doing, Brian McGee? I'm like, oh, my God. Who? And I knew the voice. I'm like, it's the Stalker lady.
Dude, she was crazy. She emailed me, and she said, I talked to you at the bar last night, and you just turned around and walked away. And she's talking about a bar in Philly, you know, and I live in New York. And I emailed her back. I'm like, I think you've got, you know, a mistake or something going on. She's like, oh, I know it's you. You told me that your name wasn't Lazlow, but I know it was you. So she was like attacking some poor guy in a bar. I mean, she was completely nuts. And then when the like packages of underwear started showing up, because she's like, because she was
for the underwear to come.
She was a huge fan of Cousin Ed and I's show.
Ed, if you get any underwear delivered to you, you don't want them, send them up here.
She would listen to the show, like, word for word, and it would upset her. Like, she calls you, like, what you said today really upset me. I'm taking you off my website. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then, like, a week later, she's like, by the way, I put you back on my website. I love you.
No, that's back when it was a web page.
And you said, whatever.
They're like, yeah. Wait, what's your web page? Oh, go to http:// www.
Lazlow.com.
Lazlow.com / Cousin Ed.
By the way,
/
CousinEd.com right now is down. I just want to say Cousin Ed, COUZINDED.com is down right now.
Oh, your website's down?
Yeah,
that's terrible. Did it get shut down because you're a sex offender?
Yeah, apparently my ISP doesn't like me anymore. So
really? You sure it wasn't the cops? Notice that your girlfriend's in a high chair and sits on the telephone books?
Yeah, she doesn't like that. She doesn't like those jokes.
She doesn't like those jokes? That's too bad.
Like, why do you want to put my girlfriend in a bad mood so I have to go deal with that? I thought you were my friend.
Because I think that's hysterical. Because you've been, like, beating on me for years.
I gotta say, I ain't seen Ed beat on you yet.
Right.
Now I'm ready to open up a can of beat on last
Dude,
night.
I'm on his show almost every day.
Yeah, Wayne's on my side, you know? Like, we know Lazlow took the glory hole in Oklahoma. But
What?
seriously, I've
How
never
did
like
it happen? How did it turn into glory hole in Oklahoma?
I don't know.
I've heard things.
That's been mentioned 4 times on the show tonight for some reason.
We have that's called one of our crutches.
It's a
Hey, who's
popular
that guy?
expression.
I recognize that voice. Who is that guy?
Hey, what did the Eagles do?
Yeah, what did the Eagles do, dude?
We won by luck.
Oh, really?
By luck.
I hear you
Yeah.
guys suck this year.
I don't know what's going on.
Now, you work for the Eagles. Is it okay for me to say that? They suck?
No, we don't suck yet. I mean, we're...
What do you mean? What's it?
The Philadelphia
Cheesesteaks with
Cheesesteaks.
the division champions, the Cowboys, 4-2. So we're at the top of the division.
How many games have you lost?
2.
But you did lose to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
And that was terrible.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Because my neighbor's a Cowboy fan.
I think we just lost our mojo. We'll get it back, and hopefully I'll go to Detroit.
All right.
For what? Oh, yes, the Super Bowl. That's going to... Dude, why you
Because
have...
honestly, it's either Detroit or snowboarding with Lazlow, so what would you choose? I mean, as bad as Detroit is, I'll take Detroit. The Big D.
I know you've been having some Campbell soup with Donovan McNabb and all, but, hey, the real team in New York here is Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills.
Is that who you're hoping for?
Well, they're going to have...
How can you say that, dude? You're affiliated with another team.
That's okay.
I don't follow football at all. I follow the Eagles.
Right. It's a bunch of men in tight pants trying to steal each other's land. I'm not down with it.
I have no clue what the other teams are doing.
Oh, hey, Ed.
Yes?
Another one. He went into the tunnel. There's a lot of tunnels down there in Philly.
This is the Lazlow Show.
On car insurance.
93 KROC's Lazlow Show. What was that Geico beaver thing? Did you hear that?
I don't know. Something about the official animal of New York was a beaver.
I love the beaver. Have you ever seen that rare bald beaver?
No.
I don't know.
They're very rare. I actually have one.
You have a stuffed beaver.
No, I have a rare one.
Oh, I see. That's just weird that it would be in like a Geico commercial, all things. But so we had a call while you were gone into the bathroom or something, Wayne. There was a guy like, "Hey, you ever thought of playing some more music?"
Is that what he said?
Yeah, dude, you better get used to something.
Yeah, it's over.
The rumors on the internets.
On where?
Read the
tabloids, as George Bush would call them. It's even in the Post. I
everywhere.
saw.
Well, here we go.
Infinity stations are all going to hot talk. That's the rumor. So
they just might be able to listen to us 5 days a week?
No, dude, nobody's made any offer. In fact, I got an email.
Said maybe.
I got an email on Monday from Infinity Corporate. I was like, excellent.
And what does it say?
I was hoping that it said thanks, but goodbye. Say, all right, we sign out. We're done.
Okay.
But it said they wanted some demo tapes.
Oh,
really? Thanks
Very
for coming.
good.
We'll call you. Don't worry about that. Stay by your phone.
They used to be on, didn't you used to do an air shift on like a light FM or something?
Yes, out in Long Island.
Oh, God.
Long Island Love Songs. That's right. It was great.
How'd you keep from slitting your wrist, bro?
Well, we had these taglines that we had to say, and one of them was, put another log on the fire.
I'm a homosexual!
Oh my God! If you really love your loved one, put another log on that fire and get it going.
Did it really say that?
Long Island Love Songs.
Did it say really put another log on the fire and get it going?
what was the call letters at that station?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
K-Joy.
Yeah.
I love K-Joy.
We're going to burn every bridge that you've got, Al. We're going to burn every one that you've got.
Well, it wasn't really a bridge, it was a crosswalk.
Sort of a
crosswalk.
Faggy crosswalk.
It was that little bridge. You walk over a couple of rivers in the city there.
What kind of banter? What kind of songs did you play? Phil Collins?
Yeah, a lot of Phil, a lot of Chicago. A lot of Patti LaBelle, and yeah, it was great.
Oh my God,
it was really good. You'd had to talk like that a lot.
So, Alex, I'm sorry, Al.
Yeah,
You're done. You are so done.
Without the EX. I know. Thank you.
Dude, it's difficult to call you anything else.
Hey, you can call me Gerard.
So, this week I was on the phone with Will Wheaton, who is Super Geek God, and he pointed me to this site. This guy has basically recorded all the video games from when you were a kid, and put them into like a sound montage. So it sounds like you're in an arcade, and there's even like a bill changer in the background. I gotta find this. Exactly, because there's software called MAME, M-A-M-E. If you look it up on the internet, basically it's an emulator, and the actual code of every video game that you played in the 80s is online. You can download it. So you're playing the actual Donkey Kong that you played. You know, you're playing the actual Missile Command, Galaxian, Moon Patrol,
Paperboy.
Paperboy,
Frogger,
all those games. But so this emulator lets you play it on your PC. So this guy played like days and days and recorded all the audio and then put it together so that he could play it in his house and it could sound like his house was an arcade.
That's cool.
So I was talking to Will Wheaton about it. Trying to figure out what game that is.
I don't know. Did he walk around the house with like a change belt?
Exactly.
That was great.
There's Wayne in the corner selling weed. Did you ever hang out at the arcade?
Nope. Arcades weren't big in Queens.
I loved it.
Maybe down at Coney Island you caught an arcade, but nowhere in Queens.
You telling me arcades were not big in Queens?
They were back rooms of coffee shops that you could go and play some ping pong or pinball.
Hey, Nathan's on Long Island had a great arcade.
And it still does.
So I got stuck in the car for like 2 hours. I had to eat my French fries in the car. It was
wait, hold on a second. You got stuck in the car?
Yeah, you know the metal pedal that's down there, and you gotta...
The metal pedal, the gas pedal?
Well, yeah, whatever they called it. I don't know. The accelerator. It was the name of the ride was called the Accelerator.
God, you were such a mess. Wait, hold on a second. For 2 hours, you were stuck in your car?
It was stuck in there. I couldn't get my foot out. It was stuck underneath the
foot
pedal.
Was wedged. I knew where he was going. He's not exactly a skinny guy. Those rides are not made for big guys. So I probably would have got my foot stuck too.
6-year-olds go on that thing, and
how old were you?
Wasn't that why we go to arcades?
Yeah, I was about
6-year-olds trolling.
About 18.
You want to play some Dig Dug? Get over my pants.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you're so done, dude. You're so done.
Yes.
So I got an email on Monday, Wayne. Last week we were talking about two things. One, the Diners Club card, because we have yet to find anybody that owns a Diners Club card. We got hate mail from somebody that owns a Diners Club card.
Really?
Yes. Evidently, he says it's an African American thing.
The African Americans use the Diners card?
That's what the guy said. Mm-hmm. He says, don't rag on the Diners Club card. Me and my dad have the Diners Club card. I may be upscale black dude, but the Diners Club card is boss.
Wow.
He says.
Does he know about an Amex Black?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the card you want, fella, not a Diners Club. Might as well show you Cole's card at that particular moment.
I got a Blockbuster card.
Hey, now you're making fun of me because that's what I got.
But he says, now to get to the point. If you listen to last week's episode, you remember this. If not, you can go back. All the past shows are archived at the website, lazlow.com. But Wayne has admitted to having a 3-hour video of him banging a homeless girl.
She wasn't homeless, but
hold on a second, Wayne.
Yes, even my own wife, she was homeless. Yes, for a couple of weeks she lived in a car.
You live in a car.
You're homeless.
You're homeless. I'm sorry, but
I can't lie,
dude. A station wagon does not qualify as a home.
Not unless you have carpeting in the back seat.
Below the Mason-Dixon line, it does, though.
That's true. Because I have been down the Manson-Nixon line. So we talked about how Wayne had banged a homeless girl, and he has the video to prove it. This gentleman writes in, now to get to the point, I have this so-called video that you know who made, only because a mysterious guy, let's call him E, gave me a copy and said that he got it from a PSP or P2P online file sharing site.
Excellent.
Ron from the Bronx. So he's saying that the video of you banging this homeless girl in the 80s is on the internet.
It could be. Right under Paris Hilton's, right? I'm sure, yeah. Hey, listen, Ron, if you got it, you bring it on.
I emailed him. I said, dude.
Because I think you're talking, some whack.
Seriously, because you told me that this tape has never been out of your possession.
Never been out of my possession.
You don't think anybody borrowed it and made a quick copy?
No. Definitely not. Unless, there was one time you watched my house and you said, I had to look for the cat and he was under the bed. I mean, dude. Come on. Come on. You look under the bed, you see eyes. Dude. I know you scavenged through stuff. Dude, what else did you find?
Under your bed was
like lint balls.
Cigarette butts.
Yes. Lighters.
A lot of lighters under your bed. Also, it looked like you fell asleep with a Dutch master in your hand.
Definitely.
And it fell on the ground.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you found the hole in the mattress. Because there's actually a burn hole right into the mattress.
You smoke in bed?
Sure. You've been in my bed while I smoked.
Hey.
Yeah, Laz comes by one Friday night. It's a while ago. He's
I was a little liquored up.
He's all liquored up, and me and my wife are in bed smoking, and I think I'm eating cookies.
Dude, he had...
And Laz comes in and throws himself down on the bed.
He had a pile of food next to him, like he was about to go to the chair. I mean, just shoving food in bed. There's
Oreo
crumbs
cookies.
everywhere.
So anyway, Laz has got this big thing. It's like, yeah, it was like, back in the frat days, I was in their bedroom hanging out with them. Whoop, yeah.
What are you talking
about? You were like one more drink away from taking your shirt off.
Oh, man.
And anyway,
All
Laz's
right.
big expression is, all right, posse into the bed for a nap. Everybody back in bed for a nap.
I'm a homosexual.
Yep. Sometimes I wonder.
Dude, if the things I think about your girl, you would know that I am mighty straight.
Yeah. Vice versa.
So, Wayne, let me get this straight.
Ditto.
Let me get this straight, Wayne. It was you, Laz, your girl, and a big pile of food on the bed.
And some weed. There's always
and a
weed.
cat.
Everything I do has weed involved.
And a cat and a piece of sod under there. I don't know how that got
The
there.
cat was probably gone. He's afraid of humans, unfortunately, but that's life. But Laz one time watched my house, watched the cats, and it's like, you come home. I've watched this guy's house many times. I never told him like I went through the kitchen drawers or
Which
anything.
he does.
Of course, I'm looking for stuff.
Laz and I
But he comes right out. He's like, I hope you don't mind, but I couldn't find the cat. And I had to look all over. It wasn't in Colleen's underwear drawer, but and then it was something under the bed.
And I sniffed around.
I'm sure you have to sniff.
Here, kitty.
He's a detective.
Yes.
Laz and I tried to fly a remote control helicopter one time.
Yeah, right in this living room he does.
No, it was right in your house. In your living room.
I do it in my living room. I chase the cat with it.
That's amazing.
It's great. It's great when you come home from a 9-to-5 job. It's like 4:30, and you say, "All right, let's stop by and see my friend Lazlow." And he comes to you sometimes. He's like, "Oh God, I'm so stressed. I got so much work. You don't know. I only got to. What do you want? All right, goodbye. Gotta go." You forgot even what you came to his house to say hello.
Yeah.
And then there's other times you come up and you find him flying a helicopter in his living room chasing cats.
And drinking beer.
And
I have beer on
beer.
tap in the house.
He's got George Bush G.I. Joe dolls around. He's got all kinds of little gizmos and stuff.
Aren't you mad at your neighbor too for extending his house out into the street and onto the other side?
Oh, I can't go into that. I think he listens to the show.
Wow.
It's blocked my helicopter fly route.
Yeah,
is what it
exactly.
does. It crashed into the side of his house. I was thinking about loading it up with some kerosene.
Oops. See, now you better hope nothing like that ever happens.
No,
There could be other neighbors on that block that ain't as quite as happy as you.
This is the Lazlow Show. D3 K-Rock's Lazlow Show. We got to. Did you hear that guy that called in and go?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Is this Lazlow from Grand Theft Auto?
The one and only, people.
And of course, Al did a little GTA too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you betcha.
He's all over the place. You see, Bipolar Al.
I used that Dormatron, by the way, and I lost 43 pounds. Oh yeah.
Al is such a psycho. Such an absolute psychopath that you get him in a studio and put him in front of a mic and he just goes and you just capture it and it's comedy gold.
Yeah, start doing funny things like this. Funny.
Al and I used to work at the radio station. We used to do impressions of everybody that worked there. The maintenance guy.
Can he do the Italian guy? Hey, Lazlow, jiggle the wires.
No. Do an impression of John C. that used to the Italian guy that used to be the engineer at our old station.
Let's see. It's going to be difficult.
This is dead air. This is not good.
Hey.
Come on, he had a voice like this.
Are you going to use the studio? Because if you're done, I want to show some people in here. If you walk out one more time, I'm going to get my lawyer on you, and that's it. You're done.
See?
You're done.
Everybody. You know what? I was on Opie and Anthony. I did an impression of him, and somebody was like, what, was the engineer Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, exactly.
Mickey Mouse. And there was another guy who's the GM there. I forgot his name. But he's like, you are doing a fantastic
This is
job.
Dan Zako.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
me?
You are doing a fantastic job.
You're doing a fantastic job. Now, excuse me, close the door, because I got to do some rails.
Dude, there was a lot of blow being done at that station, I think. I didn't actually see any being done.
So then how can you say that?
I wasn't there.
It's like the guy last week saying stuff about Saturday Night Live,
like
but he didn't really want to say what went on at Saturday Night Live.
I know what happened.
He danced around
at
a little bit.
Malibu. Backstage at Malibu. That place was a mess.
That was a big hit at Malibu. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, we were.
Now, what did you do? You upset the guy from Blind Melon at Malibu?
No, it wasn't at Malibu. It was just on tour one time when I was chasing around Public Image Limited Blind Melon was the opening band, and I kind of just stood, for the half-hour set that they played with my back to them and
flipping them off.
Occasionally, I'd flip them the bird and spit on them. And eventually, one night he jumped into the audience and started hammering on me. And
what the lead? What's the guy's name?
Shannon Hoon.
Dead guy
was his name. Yeah.
But it all turned out good in the end, But after 19 nights, and now he wanted, because I made 19 different shows in 19 different cities and states.
You drove like a deadhead to pill shows.
Exactly, pretty much. I was a pillhead.
That's like Ted Nugent in 10 cities in 10 cities.
Yep.
Good stuff.
And I got some times I almost got arrested, and I learned you don't play with the cops out of state. But those are some other stories for another day.
Come here, boy.
But yeah, basically by the end, the guy wanted to have his picture taken. He had his arm around me, but
Really? Did you ever kiss him?
No.
So this is the Lazlow Show, episode 15. Reed, the useless producer, is eating pork down in North Carolina. Sitting in is Al, who used to work at an old station with us, and sidekick is Wayne, who is a carpenter, who some guy at work was complaining about the show on Sunday nights.
He wasn't exactly complaining.
He didn't realize that Wayne was on it.
It was actually Big Wayne, his co-worker.
Because Wayne's hanging out. They're building houses all day.
And if Harry's listening, goes at work, he goes by my dad. So, it's a little resemblance. He's got a very huge beard.
He's got a beard down to his waist like ZZ Top, like you?
He's not down to his waist, but he's got a very large beard, and he's a true biker.
You ever watch This Old House?
Okay, yeah.
Do you know Bob Vila?
Sure, I watched that junk.
That's great.
I was going to say another word, but they have.
Why would you ask somebody that's a carpenter for a living if they watch
this is what's bad about Bob Vila is that they have what they call Vilaville. That guy opens up a wall. There's never termite damage. There's not everything's perfect, and the stuff goes right in. Anybody knows that works in a house that's older than 30 years. You open up a wall, you're finding stuff that just don't belong there, and if you put it back and you live with it, or you do it the right way.
So
right, Laz, isn't that how I taught you?
I'm not a carpenter.
But I come in and I critique Laz is amazing. When he first bought a house, I was like, you got to come fix this. You got to give me a price. Do this, do that. I did some. Then I got a little busy, and he decided that he was inclined enough to do some things on his own, lay an oak floor, refinish a floor.
I've seen that oak floor.
Yep. Change his dishwasher, little things like that.
Right. Because I can't.
But he gets a little annoyed because I walk in and what I do for a living. It's like I can't walk in a studio and produce something like him. Maybe I can, but. We'll try that another time, and you can sit back and say, hey, that don't look square. But anyway, I can walk in and I constantly critique his work, and it's only to make him a better carpenter and a better human.
So listen, you got thrown off track. So this guy was complaining that K-Rock had turned talk on Sunday nights.
Yeah, he kind of said that he listens to it for the music, and, he actually heard Wayne with the beard, and he started putting, one and one together, and I kind of thought maybe he heard it from some of the other guys.
2 and 2.
Well, 2 and 2 before, and 1 and 1 would be 2. What's the difference? It's addition.
Nobody ever says putting 1 and 1 together. They always say.
But anyway,
put 2 and 2
at
together.
one point he just thought maybe there was some dead, something happened with the airwaves, that there were bad airwaves, that talk radio was coming out of K-Rock. But it's all good, and you'll be listening to talk from now on.
Yeah, that's what all the radio trades say. That suppose it's next week. They say Tuesday.
Is it next week already?
I'm hearing next week.
I haven't seen any contracts.
Dude.
I see a lot of Red Bulls tonight, though. They are trying to keep us around somehow.
Trust me, dude. It's
What's the chance you think of them coming to me and saying, "Hey, how about a Big Wayne show?"
Fine, take it, dude. So. This week I was poking around for stuff for the show, and I found, we always have that TV Begone, the thing that you have on your keys, and you turn TVs off. And actually, a lot of fans of our show have been buying this thing and turning, TVs off in different bars, and go to Best Buy and turn all the TVs off. Nobody can figure out what's going on. Well, so I was looking for something similar, and the next step up is there's a site called hornblasters.com that sells actual freight train horns, but you can install it in your truck. Like you put a compressor or something, and you put like 3 or 4 of these horns, and they have a video.
Something tells me there's a sample coming.
They have a video. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's just a normal looking truck, but I mean, it sounds like a train is coming right at you. It's the loudest. I mean, it's basically the horn that's on the Long Island Railroad or Amtrak or whatever. So they have this video camera, and they pull the car up close to people and hit the horn, and it is the funniest thing you've ever seen. Whoa. It's some loud business, dude. They go through like grocery stores.
That's amazing.
I gotta get one. What's funny is when they go when they're driving real fast by somebody, it actually sounds like a train coming, and you'll
Sounds
see,
like a train to me.
and you'll see, because I mean it's the same horn, and it does that Doppler effect of it coming, and you would see people scatter in a million directions.
Is that what that effect is called? The Doppler effect? Because I got that related to radar now, because all the television stations got
The
Doppler radar.
That's what it
Didn't
is.
really understand what it meant.
I'm used to train horns because you know what? I got the LIRR going right through my backyard
I've never
every day.
see his
You don't hear the
house
trains
is,
on your house? I hear the trains
his
on my
house
house.
is literally 20 feet from the tracks.
It is.
And the first time I came over to Al's house, first off, Al lives with his mom.
Yeah.
The parents, the parental units.
The parental units. Is she a MILF?
And he's in their 30s.
Look, he just
No comment. Thank you very much. Anyway, 20 feet from
So
the
let me see. So
back door.
you live with your mom next to the train tracks.
Yeah.
And when you bring a girl home,
you got your own
Which I
entrance?
don't.
Do you have your own? Hold on. First of all, do you have your own entrance, or do you have to like come through the living room?
No, I go through the front door. Back door I don't, because we have a dog, and you know what? That thing bites, and I'm never going to go through my backyard again. I haven't been back there in 6 years.
I'm a homosexual!
Yeah, on occasion.
You ever stop
But
at
anyway,
exit? What exit is Pickle Park at? 51, 53?
so I emailed these guys at Horn Blasters, and this website is just this, just pulling up the people, flipping them out, and I have to say, they went through some bad neighborhoods. I was shocked they didn't get shot, because people were just like, "What are you doing?" Like a whole herd, like gang members standing by each other, and they're not facing the street or whatever, and you speed by them at like 50 miles an hour and hit that horn, they think a train's about to run over them.
Well, I do something similar to that. You know, when kids are roaming by the house like at 2:30 in the morning, I take my car alarm and
You are so
hit that
creepy.
going, beep, you know, the kids jump out of their pants. You know,
What?
it's great.
You live in Garden City.
That's scary.
Yeah, but you know, some kids drift over from the other side, and they pass by
from
my
what part?
house.
From Mineola, the rough kids from Mineola come
Yeah.
into Garden City.
I guess so, but you hear that in the summertime. There's a group of kids walking by, and let me hit the alarm on my car and scare the ever-loving daylights out.
I got to tell you, I don't think that's working, Big Al. Didn't work back in my day.
Yeah, I don't think
If anything,
couple of
that,
times.
that was a reason to go back and torment you and throw stuff at your house, flatten your tires.
And that hasn't happened.
So
Halloween is coming now.
So when's the last time you brought a chick home to your actual house? Because you talk to Al sometimes, like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Yeah, I was at a club and then went to one of those no-tell motels." What's your
Room 213, thank you.
What's your favorite note? Do you actually check in under a false name at those places?
I've checked in about 17 different names.
Really? Like what names?
Steve Stevenson, Rob Robertson.
Do you use a credit card?
Rich Richardson. No,
So
it's
you pay
all
cash. All
yeah,
cash.
$58 all you can do. Or all
$58 for 4 hours.
5 hours, whatever it is. Check out at noon, and not a minute later, it's just $17.99.
You got to bring your own clean sheets.
Yeah, they didn't have any sheets.
Oh,
They
do
don't?
Standing positions, huh?
Yeah, well, whoever the carpenter was there, it's a great floor. It was amazing. It really was.
I would not want to be on the floor of those places.
No.
See, Al used to spin at, what club was that?
That was a club in Levittown called Lux.
Yeah. And he would call me the next day and be like, "Dude, you wouldn't believe these chicks. They want to request a song. You take them up in the DJ booth.
Oh, all these
you bang
gothic
'em."
chicks and everything. They were wearing glad bags as skirts. It was great.
I love
Amazing.
it.
So it's time to take out the trash. No, wait a minute. That's Danielle. Oh, my God. Jeez. Come on up here.
And the things that chicks will do if you're a DJ at a club, it's unbelievable.
Oh, they'd come up to you and be like, "Oh, my God, can you play, like, Depeche Mode?"
I love it.
Vicky, he's playing it. "Oh, my God, you are playing it."
And then you're like, "Hey, stupid, get up in the booth."
Would you like to join
Assume the
us?
position.
You did.
Yeah. Hey, some of the bouncers would send girls up to the booth.
That is.
They would. It was amazing.
That is amazing.
Because, you know
This
what?
is
We
my
were
sister.
the booth. Everybody wanted to be with us. That was the thing.
Speaking of clubs, Madonna.
But didn't I throw out a live DRE broadcast too? Sorry, that big guy. Wasn't that a live DRE broadcast that you threw out there too on Saturday nights?
Yes,
the big
when the mic
dance
was on.
party.
Yes, it was. It was a big dance party. Yes, it was. But
I see you were going to go somewhere with something.
No,
I
you guys,
interrupted
whatever. It's your show.
I thought I was in a movie. I really thought I was making a motion picture those 5 years. And you know what? I think I am going to write a book one day about that.
About what?
About the club. About all that went on, because I've written some things down. Yes, I have. I've taken some notes and video.
Do you have actual video in the booth?
I don't have
Long
it. but
Island hoes? Did they have big hair? Please
No.
tell me that some of them had the big Long Island hair.
Some of them did have the Don Dokken Cinderella type heavy metal hair. Yeah, they did. But most of them
any rotisserie?
Oh no, no! Actually,
you also
Rhonda, she was good. Rhonda, she's like, you're the best looking white boy in here. I said, really? What about this guy? Well, he's sort of white. He like a walnut. So, but everything was great.
Lost me
Color of a walnut.
Alex, every time you open your mouth, I have no idea what's going to come out. It's usually nonsense. So Madonna's got this new song, album, whatever, that she's trying to push. All of her tunes now are like some kind of disco, dancey.
I thought she was still doing like nursery rhymes and little kids' books.
Yeah, she hurt her back, but she could still dance.
But she's got that new song coming. Have you ever heard that on Z100?
No, I can't say I have.
Whatever. So it's her new song. So part of the thing that artists have to do, you've probably heard it on this radio station and other radio stations, that they do IDs. They're like, hey, this is Sting and you're listening to, the Rock of Central Missouri. They sit and they just spew all these out. Well, I guess Madonna recently did a little session for another radio station that's here in this market. And I have a friend on the inside who sent me the session, and I was shocked at what a shallow human being. Don't get me wrong. I've never had high opinion of Madonna, but listening to her in the studio, I want to reach through and strangle her.
Let it rip.
Because she's first off, she's complaining that one of the engineers has missed a belt loop in his.
I could see that being annoying. That would annoy me.
Yeah, but dude, poor schlub probably makes $30,000. You're a multimillionaire.
Yeah, but when you're hanging out with the big celebrities, you gotta,
put your pants on correctly.
Exactly.
This is one of my pet peeves: people that miss belt loops. I just find that it's just so annoying, when you're standing in an elevator or something, waiting in line, and the person in front of you has missed a belt loop.
Don't you want to just sock her in the face?
I really didn't think that she was thinking about missing belt loops, I gotta say. I thought that there was something more going through her mind than that, but okay.
Missing Fruit Loops.
Or something, waiting in line, and the person in front of you has missed a belt loop. Don't you just want to sock them in the back of the head? Cowboy boots, another one of my pet peeves.
Another one of her pet peeves. Madonna doesn't like cowboy boots.
I noticed she can turn that English accent off and on too, pretty much
weird?
too. Yeah.
How sometimes she's like, oh, hello.
It's like that's the American Madonna.
Does she wear a cowboy hat in the Don't Tell Me video?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And cowboy boots she was wearing in that in one of her recent albums. I thought she had sort of the cowgirl look on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well.
She still looks good naked, though.
Cowboy boots, another one of my pet peeves. I never trust a man that wears cowboy boots. I never trust a man that drives a red Testarossa.
What is this, Miami Vice?
Yeah, exactly. There's 14 of those in the world. She knows all 14 of them.
I don't think I've ever met a human being that owns a red Testarossa.
Me either.
Nope. The person that owns a red Xterra.
Just a man that drives a red Testarossa. Let's see, what else? I never trust a man that says, trust me.
And why in the middle of this, she's supposed to be doing IDs, Z100, puking.
Yeah, what is all this coming from?
Morning zoo. Because you like to hear
Trust a man
self-talk.
that says, trust me. Basically, I never trust a man.
It's all
right,
kind of Leslie.
Let's get on with the IDs.
Here she goes.
Okay. I also might edit or change things around a bit.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Yeah, she might edit or, change things around a bit because she's such an artist. She doesn't even write her own songs.
IDs. Okay. I also might edit or change things around a bit. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Hi, it's Madonna. Hi, this is Madonna. Hi, this is Madonna.
That's Madonna.
Is it Madonna?
I think she's clarified.
Is she trying to say that she's just going to blurt out another radio station's call letters and that's going to be it and you got to play that? Is she saying she can change anything?
I don't know. She's Madonna. She can do anything she wants.
Apparently.
She's got to get some dental work. Her teeth look like Condoleezza Rice or David Letterman.
Hi, this is Madonna. Hi, this is Madonna. Need a little stimulation? Don't live in denial. Look, it's really simple. If you're going to have sex, use a condom.
Little help there.
Nice PSA.
Yeah, really.
Especially since she
Ask her how many she's used in her life. The dozen is probably still sitting in an end table drawer.
If you're gonna have sex,
Vanilla Ice
use a condom.
Remember when she was banging
Don't
Vanilla
be silly.
Ice?
Did she bang Vanilla
Put a
Ice?
rubber on your willy.
Yeah, she did.
Did she say put a rubber on your
That's a
willy?
provocative name.
Oh my goodness.
I do? That's good, yeah. Elvis Duran
That's
on
the-
Z100. Hi, I don't know who I am.
I think she's dissing.
Before your attacker, wrap your whacker.
Z100. Hi, I don't know who I am. Oh, that's right. It's Madonna.
What is, dude?
Yeah, now what is that? I mean,
Hi, I don't know who I am. I'm Madonna. This is a completely.
You're actually going to play that?
No, this is just from the session. She was doing a VO session, probably in England or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they have to sit and do like 80 billion radio stations.
Oh, that's right. It's Madonna.
Oh, you forgot.
Oh my God, that is so dorky. I'm never gonna live this down.
No, you're not. You
This
stupid
is
whore.
the station everyone is talking about. So it's kind of true. This is Madonna. Sit right there and listen, or I'll have to spank you.
Oh.
I'll give you a spanky.
I just want to. I just want to shoot her in the face.
Oh,
She used the ambient room
I do?
sound effect.
Hi, this is Madonna.
I know. She sounds
Thanks
like
for
she's in a
supporting
closet.
Kelly and Klein's Christmas Cash for Kids.
What's
What
that?
the Hi, this is a symbol. Hi, this is the artist formerly known as Madonna.
So now she's ripping off Prince.
Really?
Which is kind of weak. I mean, you can't bust on other people. If you've got one word name, you can't bust on other people with a one word name.
This is a symbol. Hi, this is the artist
guess I can't
formerly
say
known
anything
as
about
Madonna, and you're listening to today's best music. I'm finished, aren't I? Hi, this is Madonna, and you're listening to today's. That's really hard to say. To today's.
so
I don't
hard.
want to be me anymore.
She doesn't want to be her anymore.
Wow.
Okay, Madonna, the ID's over. Let's go.
You can close your legs. Thanks, love.
Close your legs
Bloody
now.
hell.
Don't forget the heels. All right, then.
Madonna, can we get that again? That today's best music thing.
Cash for Kids, do it again. Do it again, please. I don't believe it.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Could you stop complaining and just read the lines? Thanks.
I could imagine having to work with that chick.
Hi, this is Madonna. Not.
Madonna, that's really not funny. If you could try that again.
I don't get her, dude.
I think she needs to pose for Playboy again. Like now that
Do you remember those?
after Kids?
I remember
so we
when
can see
that-
some stretch marks. I still think it's hot, without a doubt.
Stretch marks?
Well, it's just Madonna. You would think it's hot. But you remember when she did that first spread?
Oh, dude,
There were some dirty areas, if you know what I'm talking
Dude,
about.
seriously.
It was dirty.
She did, it's always those people that are looking for money and they do a few Playboy shots and
Yeah.
they think that nobody will
right,
ever find them. And
Kind of like my porno.
Kind of like Wayne going, yeah, I'm going to bang this.
But apparently some guy in the Bronx has been able to find it online.
Can I download that with QuickTime? Sure about that?
Sure you can for $39.95.
Really, it's a good quality.
Do you think that your video is actually on the internet?
No, it's not on the internet.
Both of them?
I had a couple. I did a whole editing job to them and all. You give me 2 VCRs, it's amazing what I could do. Yeah, man.
Oh, boy.
She's going to call in one day because...
Who? The homeless girl?
The homeless
Dude,
girl.
Listen, all the people that you were with in Queens with the when you're doing the crack and
Listen, they call in. You hear them.
the
Homeless people have
freebasing.
phones?
How long were you freebasing?
I don't know, a couple months. You're in there. Yeah, it's not continuous months. It's long 3-day weekends.
Coming up on the show any moment, Frank Chavez, actor, and also he repos cars for a living. So if you don't pay your lease, he comes and takes your car.
He also takes your PlayStation and your TV. He actually had the best stories about repossessing people's VCRs.
Right, I love that story.
They'll throw it out a 14-story window before they give it back to you.
With dirty films remaining in it.
Yeah, because
From
people,
the 80s.
People don't pay for furniture anymore. They go to like Rent-A-Center and places like that.
Yeah.
And then his company has to go take back your couch.
In the repo business.
How are you going to rent a couch?
And in like 14 payments, you could own 4 of those couches, but you still don't own one. I might like to change my mind and get a red one in 14 months.
There's a red
swap
one
up.
in the green room. There's a red one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has some stains on it, too, if you notice.
Oh, does it? In
There's
the green
lots
room?
of stains on there. Come on. All the degenerates that come up here.
No, I spilled Red Bull earlier.
Did you? There's a whole fridge in there.
Hey, don't be spilling the Red Bulls. They're expensive. It's not exactly the person's name you said, Green Room. It's the K-Rock Green Room.
Oh, sorry.
So the beverages are offered up from K-Rock.
This is the Lazlow Show going into spots with a little Dave Chappelle.
I turned on Sesame Street. I said, oh, Sesame Street. This is much better because now he'll learn how to count and spell. But now I'm watching it as an adult and I realize Sesame Street teaches kids other things. It teaches kids how to judge people and label people. That's right. They got a character on there named Oscar. They treat this guy like the entire show. They judge him right in his face. Oscar, you are so mean. Isn't he, kids? Yeah, Oscar. You're a grouch. It's like, bitch, I live in a trash can. Then you wonder why your kids grow up and step over homeless people. Get it together, grouch. Get a job, grouch. So don't even tell me how to get to Sesame Street. That is a terrible place. I wouldn't go there if I knew the way. Who would want to live in a neighborhood like that? 6-foot pigeons walking around, and an elephant that's a junkie. Hi, bird. Yeah, that's right, Snuffy. Hi, bird, I'm sick. I need some smack, bird. And Cookie Monster with his eyes popping out his head, screaming, cookie, 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 like, ugh. What kind of cookies are you talking about? And then they had the nerve to put a pimp on there. They didn't come out and say he's a pimp, but I know a pimp when I see one. They called him the Count. Had a cape and everything. You could just see him pimping. Bitch, where is my money? You've been late 4 times, I've been counting. How many times must I smack you before you act right? 1, 2 smacks.
Lazlow Show. 93 K-Rock. K-Rock.
Strap yourself in for another 12 him in a row rock revelation.
Jesus is here!
KRST, Christ Radio, the only station that'll save your soul.
93 K-Rock's Lazlow Show, episode 15. 15 of these episodes. You can listen to past shows at lazlow.com. Coming up in the next few weeks, we've got the Bloodhound Gang coming in. We've got comedians coming to see Wayne.
Who's coming to see me?
You're a big fan
of?
He's on Crank Yankers.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I can't wait for Big Jim to come in.
Jim Florentine coming on the show. That's assuming, we're still around. Also sitting in this week, you've been on the show before. We got a lot of great email from people whose cars you had repoed. Frank Chavez. What have you been doing? Are you still repoing?
Yes, sir.
That's what I love about Frank.
Gotta do that.
When he's not taking people's cars back, he's in TV commercials and playing terrorists. Don't you play a lot of terrorists on TV?
I got a bad streak in me.
Have you played any good guys?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't. Talk about being typecast.
Hey, you know what? You can typecast me all you want if you just keep sending me checks.
Checks, exactly.
It's always better to be the bad guy.
Yeah?
That's right, because you can get away with everything.
What kind of cars are getting repoed these days? Is it
a lot of BMW dudes are losing their girlfriends this week, my man?
Really?
Oh yeah.
No red Testarossas, right?
No, you don't get those.
What did you say?
Red Testarossas.
Okay.
Okay.
Thought you said red testosterone.
Hey, listen, porn.
Same thing.
So you know what cars are you going to be repoing later in the week?
Yeah, we have a general idea.
Oh, so like a list comes in.
Oh yeah, they come in every day.
How many?
Well, it depends. Anywhere between 7 and 10 orders a day.
You ever repo a Pinto?
Not anymore. They stopped making those things.
Did you hear about the car in I think it was Missouri or somewhere where they'd rigged up a rocket full of meth in the back? That was a big story.
So if the cops pulled them over, they could shoot the rocket of meth and not get busted.
Right.
Didn't know anything about that.
You busted any, you repoed any meth labs?
No.
Stuff?
Luckily for us, the stuff is already made when we get it. The false bottom's got other things in it. You know what I mean?
Now, listen, on that Cheech and Chong film, they hid it in the tire or something. You remember that?
'Yes.
So where are people hiding? Because you know that these people, if they can't afford to pay their car payments, they've got to have other issues in life. They're probably stoners.
Yeah, who knows? You know.
What do you find? When you get a car, what's the first thing you look for? Look in the ashtray?
No, you're never going to find anything where it's obvious.
So you have under the seat, no guns?
You know, like you've found, you always have secret hiding places. If these guys are going to go that route, then yeah, they have special buttons that you hit and stuff opens up.
James Bond type stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the trunk. You know, you get guys that are like really in a hurry to get their car back. Oh, please. My car back, please. You know.
Like, dude, I'll pay you double.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you have to owe me so much. Yeah, here it is, cash. Have a nice day.
That's how it works. If they got the cash, they get to keep the ride.
Well, no, it's only after we take the car that we give it back to them.
Oh, okay.
It's always fun when they have the cash and you're like, sorry.
Should have paid the monthly statement.
Frank and I used to work at a radio station, same station that Alex worked at, DRE/LIR out on Long Island. And Frank's job was to call radio stations nationwide and get them to take my syndicated feature. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell? When we had Cousin Ed on the phone, he was talking about that crazy chick.
Mm-hmm.
She would, my Technophile 60-second technology feature was on the Underground Network, which Cousin Ed and I were on. It was on in the mornings. And she would send me email saying, I listened to your show, which, 60 seconds is not a show. But, I come to completion.
Completion?
Well, I'm listening. I'm like, it's 60 seconds. There ain't no woman.
She got that in repeat?
I think she TiVoed it. I'm like, there ain't no woman in 60 seconds. I don't think so.
I'm technically complete.
When you were talking about that DOS prompt, what are you talking about, girl?
Mega.com//HTTP stuff.
Ooh, I love it when you get to that HTTP:// Remember that when Frank had to call these radio stations in the middle of nowhere,
that woman.
and because she
called Lazlow direct.
Because Frank would have to call these radio stations in the middle of the country. Podunk, and you would have to convince them that the internet is going to be big. You're like, yeah, we've got this computer feature about technology and the internet. And you get these. Frank would come to me to shake his head and goes, dude, you got these people in the middle of the country. Internets. We ain't going in no damn internets.
That's for the little children. What are you talking about? But it was good right when when they had that the 2000 thing. We sold a lot of programs.
The Y2K thing?
Yeah,
I know.
What does Lazlow say? Well,
Suddenly,
Lazlow,
I know.
the guru of technology, says that if you take the show, your station will be saved. Everybody else's station will go down but yours.
Nobody cared about that until they started seeing all that scary stuff on television. Like, they say that ATM ain't going to work.
I got a little caught up in it on the actual New Year's Eve. Made sure I had gas and took out a lot of cash.
What is a lot of keys?
A couple $100,000. You get a couple ounces at least hold you over until the next time the bank opens.
Oh my God! My father, the paranoid cop, he had guns, and Reed's family. You want to talk about some rednecks?
Yeah, he was telling us.
Reed's family literally had their living room set up with guns pointed toward the front door, just waiting for the Schwoogies to come.
The Schwoogies? That's a new word. I never heard that before.
Come steal all their stuff. It's like there's a bad neighborhood nearby. Like, what are they going to come do? If like all the electricity's out, of course, you saw New Orleans. They're like, I'm going to take me a planet. You ain't got no electricity,
That's
fool.
Right. We're going to start over again. It's the year 0. Zero. That's what Frank is sitting under there, like under one of them hot lamps that they have to keep the fries warm.
The lights in here are pretty bright, dude. You look like a Kenny Rogers roaster over there, bro. You'll be all right?
Yeah,
you're already kind of dark skinned, being Latino. Frank, last time you were on the show, we did not get to this because we never get to anything that we want to talk about on this show. But Frank calls me. He always keeps me posted about his new gigs, because I got him involved in the GTA stuff back in 2001, and he's been involved in every game I've worked on, but he does TV commercials and he plays terrorists, and he's on. Were you on ER or something? You were in some hospital scene.
No, the hospital. I was a blur in the hospital.
Yeah,
I was there. There I go. Wait,
whatever. They
call the VCR moment.
And
pause. There I am.
And but then he calls me all excited that he's going to do a cartoon.
Ooh.
And so he's going to do Popeye. They're taking all the old Popeye cartoons and translating them into Spanish, which I just like. I don't know what the Spanish Popeye sounds like, but
Popeye.
Guess what? See, but And I go, well, who are you going to be? Of course, he's going to be Bluto.
Of course.
And he went into and I was so excited for him because I couldn't wait to watch Popeye in Spanish,
Or Poppy.
That's what Poppy. Were they going to call it Poppy or Poppy?
Okay, Popeye,
Because I love
it. It's Popeye.
When you travel and I'll be in Germany or something at a march. I mean, no, I'll be in Germany and I'll be in like some other country, like South Park will come on, and it's just hysterical to watch Cartman in German, and watch all the like American cartoons in another language. So I just could not wait for Frank to be Bluto, and he went into the studio and they fired him the same day.
Yeah, it wasn't as easy as it sounded.
Do you remember any of the lines?
No.
That's why maybe he got fired.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ich bin Ausländer.
Was that a German Cartman?
Yeah. That's great. Listen,
I'll tell you what, radio dubbing is not easy.
Oh, sure, because
especially when you're listening to them in English and you have to tell them in Spanish.
Yeah, in Spanish is longer.
But I can hear you in hallway, pero te puedo oír en el hallway. No, that's not right. I believe you're sounding like you're in hallway.
But did you have to do like a funny Bluto voice, like?
Yeah, well, that's how I auditioned over the phone. Dum 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 dum. Yo me llamo Bluto. How tough is that?
That's like a Spanish chef right there. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Children. Green card. How do you say green card?
Carta verde.
There you go. He's a bilingual guy, this guy.
So you just did a TV commercial too?
Yeah, I did it. It should play. Actually, it's going to play after.
Is this the Saddam thing?
Yeah, Saddam. Well, I'm Saddam Hussein.
Dude, if you can I can't wait till
I'm one of the 40.
I tell you, and what's funny is he sort of looks like Saddam, like when he was down in that little spider hole.
Put a robe on him.
He sent me this link to this special site that the studio that shot the commercial did, and it's Frank as Saddam Hussein, and I'm telling you, he looks just like him, but he's like dancing around and singing. I was on the floor, dude.
Yeah, this should be pretty good.
And when does this commercial come out?
It's gonna air in the next couple of weeks.
It's very timely considering he's being tried right now.
I expect myself to be.
And there's going to be some kind of like there's going to be some kind of
I was one of the 40. I got away.
He's going to be wow.
I came to America to make money.
Is that why you brought $700,000 in cash with you right there? Look out.
Just in case.
There's going to be like some kind of fatwa or whatever. What do they call that when they? It's going to be some cleric's going to find this Frank Chavez. You must find him. He discredits our leader.
Look, you must always look,
What was that?
Science.
What was that from?
I don't know. Mr. Miyagi came out.
That's why we call him Bipolar Boy. What?
I'm good.
All of a sudden, I thought of the Karate Kid.
So, just ignore him. He's in trouble at the Dairy Barn.
Yes.
So
we closed it early today.
Any more rent-a-center stories? My favorite story of you was you guys have to go into people's apartments where they rent all their stuff,
all their furniture. we don't do that anymore.
Well, I can imagine it's a little hostile. People
it's pretty
shoot
rough
you.
when you go into 18-story your tenement building.
Dude, people get shot.
I mean, you have to go up the stairs. Don't take the elevator.
Why?
Because it could be dangerous.
Well, the elevator?
It's booby trapped?
Booby trapped?
No,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's one of those things. You can get in, but you can't get back out.
What are you, a Chinese deliveryman?
Sort of like marriage.
Sort of like that, yeah. Or a Chinese deliveryman, yeah.
So they tell you when you're repoing somebody's apartment, then...
Well, no, you just know when you get there. If you see burned up cars in the parking lot, it's not a good place to be. If you go there and they have, like a lookout tower, it's not a good place to be.
So a lot of BMWs...
If the security guard won't answer the door, you're in a lot of trouble. Like, oh, sorry, we're not here.
So a lot of BMWs getting seized this week.
Yes, that's a hot item.
Any Benzes?
No, lately they've been good.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it BMW? People that are attracted to BMWs can't see before the payments.
People like, I can pay that now. Well, no, now it's too late. They conveniently forget,
I love it. Coming up on the show, we have this band called Prussian Blue, which is making a lot of stink. It's two young Aryan girls who are singing white power ballads, and they call a lot of talk radio Imagine that. We actually have some clips of them calling.
Are they hot chicks?
They're pretty hot, dude. I got pictures.
They're
of
not
them.
like hot Aryan chicks.
Like white power. Shut up. Keep your mouth closed. You're right over there, Alex?
What?
Yeah, I'm all right.
He looks like he's having a heart attack.
He's definitely in trouble.
This is off the chair.
This is the Lazlow Show. 93 K-Rock's Lazlow Show. Sidekick is Big Wayne. Also sitting in Bipolar Boy, Al, and Frank Chavez. What's you all right over there, Frank?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
The light is getting hot.
Frank Chavez, and I love that light on your head, dude.
It's like a glowing chicken over there.
No.
Reed didn't need to go to North Carolina. We got our own barbecue right here.
Pollo.
Right.
Mucho caliente
Pollo.
está aquí.
So we got a lot of show to get to. I should mention that there are pictures of the people on this show, plus every show that we do is archived online without commercials or songs at lazlow.com. We should get to this email because it has to do with Wayne. I listen to you on K-Rock since my computer is too slow to download any radio shows or whatever. My first question is, you were talking about how you're going to try to get interns and crap, but does your sidekick need a sidekick?
Yeah, I could use a sidekick.
Okay, well, I know you don't pay. I got no experience whatsoever since, and he spells since, S-C-N-C-E, so he spells it just like you do, Wayne.
That would be my type of a sidekick. Go.
He's in junior high, and he's not a cheerleader. I'm an ugly dude who gets upset easy and is likes to insult people.
No, you can't throw temper tantrums when you're here. It's got to be under control.
But he said we were talking about MySpace. It's a pedophile's paradise. Because we were talking about, have you been on the MySpace, Frank?
No.
See, that's what everybody's using MySpace.com to book gigs and get voiceovers, and a lot of comedians are on there, bands are on there. But also a lot of, you can sort of troll through there and find scantily clad people trying to meet other people. But he says, it's a pedophile's paradise. Girls from my school take pictures of themselves like all dressed up and grinding.
Tell this guy to send them on through.
Which is dry humping, basically, if you don't know. We've got to explain grinding to us.
I love dry humping, by the way. I didn't get enough of it when I was in high school because I got real action. Now I'm up to dry humping. 42 years.
It's like, he says, with chicks making out, the school actually sent a letter home about MySpace.com to the students. He's very upset about this. The school's business with kids is for 6 hours a day, and that's it. It's not their place to stop me from looking at pics of hot girls from my school.
Yeah, man. I want to tell you, this kid has brought something to the program already, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that was just him on the phone. He called during the last song.
Tell him to send forward girls' pictures.
Dude, I don't think... I think if... there's got to be some kind of inappropriateness to it. Don't you think?
Why?
I don't know. I guess if it's on the internet, it must be okay.
Right, exactly.
That's my theory. It's not hosted on my server. Okay. So, he also says that he lives in his mom's basement.
Wow.
No, he says
like someone else we know.
Yeah. Reed Tucker.
No, someone else.
Oh, he just lives in his mom's house.
Hi.
Dude, at what
Hello,
point,
Frank.
At what point in the conversation with the chick do you mention that you if she comes into your place of living, that there'll be a woman there and go, "Oh, Alex." That's his impression of his mom, by the way.
She's the one. Don't let that one get away.
I don't bring him around.
You don't?
No.
No, you just leave him at the no-tell motel.
So hold on. How old are you? If you give out an approximate age.
33.
And you don't bring home no girls.
No.
Does she start to wonder that maybe you're on the other side of the fence?
No.
You're sure?
Make that clear.
You're positive?
Definitely make that
So you
clear.
leave like a Playboy around or something for her to find?
No, not really.
No.
No, I just tell her right off the bat. I say, hey, look,
I'm a homosexual.
That's what I would tell her.
I don't say that off the bat, but
she's got to wonder, though, dude.
Yeah, without a doubt.
She's got to, because my mom accused me of being gay, like, when I was 16.
Well, it's like there's another certain family member in your house I'm starting to wonder, too, you know?
Parents don't know what I do when I go out.
My father?
No.
They don't know what I do when I go out.
Siblings.
They don't know what happens when I go out.
They don't.
No.
See, but I was accused of it because I had a mohawk, which in Oklahoma means you're gay.
Does
Now,
that
Wayne,
mean-
you had one.
Well, actually, yes, I did, but I actually wonder also, before when you were talking about when you were DJing at Lux, it's known that at the punky clubs, that the homosexuals do tend to thrive there. So are you sure that it was a chick that maybe came back there?
Way too much about this stuff.
Yeah, they were all chicks.
I was in the scene. I was there. So you're sure they were chicks?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure. Frank, how are you?
It was good, though, right? That's all that mattered.
Yeah, everything
In the dark, you ever reach down, you feel an Adam's apple?
No.
Frank, we've got okay, so listener mail, we got to,
Well, I like that kid. Tell him to forward some clips and if he's ever going to be sidekick, there's never a payday.
By the way, we've been getting a ton of email from England and Scotland. I don't know why, but there's probably like 10 or 15 come in a week from various limeys that I don't know why the show is being downloaded there, but
it's all good.
It's all good. Here's one, Lazlow. Where can I get that cell phone scrambler that you spoke about on Opie and Anthony? I actually brought that cell phone jammer in there, and we're jamming their phones. I'm sitting next to a real jerk, he says another word, in a restaurant right now who is on a cell phone. It's driving me effing nuts. I must get one. And he works for the corrections department in Florida. That's excellent. Watch out for that hurricane. God hates Florida. But mobile phone jammers are against the law. You can't own one in the United States. So I got rid of the one that the dude let me.
Well, then you brought it in. We're on the Long Island Railroad, and all of a sudden he whips it out of his backpack. You know, it's a thing with wires and antennas. And I'm like, dude, they're saying they're going to go do bags if they see something suspicious. And everything Lazlow does is suspicious. This guy he couldn't steal candy out of a 5 and dime without getting caught, man.
A 5 and dime? What are we?
1973.
See, I told you, I'm old. A candy store.
A 5 and dime.
You want me to get a Woolworths?
You should have heard him like a couple of weeks ago. He's talking about, yes, we went to the shoemaker. We used to go to the shoemaker in Queens.
Yeah.
That's when it was called New Amsterdam.
That's when you needed.
We used to trade those engines. They'd take anything you got. A few beads.
And he went shopping at Alexander's.
That's it.
You could get some. It was like New Orleans. You could get some action for some beads. What were you talking about?
I don't know. You lost me. When you start breaking on me, I lose frame of thought.
So this was sent in by a listener. I guess somewhere in Albuquerque. It's weird. There's like all these stories this week about guys that go to strip clubs and don't seem to understand how much it costs. There was a case in Albuquerque against Craig Everett and his 18-year-old buddy Malikwa G.
Yeah.
I guess he was showing him a good time. Who combined, they got a mind-boggling bill of $2,460 in lap dances at Fantasy World nightclub in one evening. And I guess they were prosecuted and then let off. They did not find any criminal intent on part of the two young boys, said the paralegal in the DA's office. Said, but yes, that is a lot of lap dances. The strip club closed at 2 a.m. According to the club manager, they each had received 82 lap dances.
Wow.
Which is added up as like an hour and 23 minutes of having a naked person sitting on you.
How old are they? Does it say how old they are?
18 years old.
You know what kind of boner you got for 82 lap? Can I say that word? I guess
so.
A lot of wear and tear on the jeans there.
82?
Dude, if you're gonna get like 82 lap dances, just go get a hooker.
But when you want 82 different chicks too, so that as you're using those thoughts later on in the process, at least it's not the same chick.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think so.
You know.
Well, what kind of chicks were they? You know.
Oh, by the way, my sibling sent you a message.
Oh, great. At least he's confirming it. Well, good for you, sweetheart. Ain't going to change my mind till I see you in one.
So they gave these guys the bill for $2,460. They had $50 in their pocket and a credit card limit of $500.
Yeah, I don't understand. How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know, but you know what? A lot of these places are mob run. You know, I've seen that show, The Sopranos.
Oh, really?
A lot of these are mob run. You're surprised you don't get a beat down. You know what I mean? And I thought, aren't you supposed to pay for the lap dance like right then? I didn't know you could wrap.
I never had one. I wouldn't know.
No, the way
You've never had a lap dance?
Never had a lap. That's why I'm waiting on Halloween. You know, I'm going someplace. I'm dying.
I don't think
strippers.
We're
going somewhere. Let's put it this way: if there's none there, we're finding some.
Why are you so into strippers suddenly?
This is the radio lifestyle. We get to hang with strippers.
Oh, this is the radio lifestyle.
That's what I hear. There's a lot of strippers in Radio Land. And now I'm in Radio Land, and I'm sitting with 3 guys.
You're right. You're a carpenter.
Exactly.
And you spend all day with other guys making inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, I work with a lot of MILFs, though. You know, it kind of turns you on as the day's going on.
How do you work with MILFs?
Well, you're working at their houses, you know, and then they have friends come over.
Wayne tells me these
I
stories.
never told you about the breastfeeding one, did I?
No.
That was actually it was like every time I turned around, this woman was whipping out her boobs so the kid could feed. I was like, Mama. I was getting ready to run to the tap. And I swear to God, I was with my brother-in-law at the time, and it was like every time I turned around, she had the kid on it. And I was like, that's weird. When you go to somewhere and do that in private, you know, and your house is under the middle of construction, and you know, there's airborne fibers.
Airborne fibers. You think she's going to get asbestos?
Well, no, yes, there was asbestos. You would think she would take the kid and go outside, but I swear to God, and it started to turn me on. You know, I already got a thing for Prego chicks.
I know. By the way, when Wayne first got a computer and an internet connection, first thing he did was go to like Google and hit Prego.
They didn't
chicks.
have Google back then. You know, I had to find them on my own. and Laz is not a guy that shares his porn. You know, he's like, yeah, I seen the Paris Hilton video. Well, can I see the Paris Hilton video? Oh, gotta go. Sorry, gotta fly a helicopter.
Go to Google.
He's a guy that doesn't share his porn. You know,
I don't have any porn.
Yeah.
I used to write for Playboy, and they sent me free stuff, but that's all soft.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Frank, I'm going to ask you this because you're of Hispanic nature or whatever. You know that Jack format?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at all these radio stations nationwide, they're getting rid of the oldie stations and upsetting those geriatric folks that like to listen to their old people music. They're dumping those stations and switching to this format called Jack, which, like all radio stations, radio stations pay garbage. They hardly pay any money, and like this station that makes millions of dollars and won't even let us have an intern or pay Wayne.
But the Red Bulls are flowing.
Yeah, thanks for stealing Stern's Red Bulls. But so this Jack format is every programmer's dream because there's no DJs, right? Well, the Hispanic stations are starting to figure it out too, so they're outsourcing the Hispanic DJs. Intravision has debuted Jose. Instead of Jack.
Can you see?
Huh?
Jose, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Juancito, he's coming down from the mountain with the coffee. I mean, you know, come on.
Here is another.
It's another way not to have to pay the Spanish guy. Okay. Because you know the guy at the top, his last name is not Sanchez.
Right.
Dominguez.
It ends with Vitz.
Yeah, the guy, yeah. The guy in charge is always, exactly.
So this Jack format in Spanish is called Jose. The phrase is toca lo que quiere. Which,
that's nice.
Which means
touch what you want.
Yeah. Touch what you want.
Touch this. Grab this.
I thought it was he plays what he wants.
Toca
lo que quiere.
Yeah.
It loses something in translation.
Touch what you want.
No, it could mean plays. Toca means play, or it could mean touch.
Oh, so it could mean touch what you want.
Touch what you want, baby. Right over here. Where you go? Come to the radio station. Jack is not here, but I am.
I have been outsourced.
Yuck.
They pick me up at the Home Depot.
Only for the day.
We had a day labor on here. Did you hear that show? I think it was our third or fourth show.
I wasn't in on the day labor.
Yeah, we went and picked up a guy at Home Depot and brought him into the studio and trained him to be a DJ for a day. If you want to hear some of that, that's actually archived at the site. And we've called his cell phone, and I think he's been deported, so we can never find Jimmy was his name.
Jimmy.
He's like, I love my wife. I'm like, so what do you get lonely? Oh, these whorehouses by the Home Depot. I'm like, oh, excellent.
That's why I have to pick up like 5 pieces of wood. You know, go over there, build a house for them. Go ahead, Laz.
You are just a deal killer on this show, I gotta tell you. The target is 25 to 54-year-old Hispanics, featuring late music from 1970s through today.
Does that classification people even have radios that they could listen?
Yeah, they got the little transistor ones.
What do you mean?
The ones that they tie to
you know, they all send their money back home. I'm amazed they even got a radio. There's not an alarm you want to hit right now.
You know what? Because you say that stuff just so I'll play the Martin Luther King alarm or the Chuck D alarm.
I love it. You need alarms.
I know, but you play it. You say that stuff just so I'll play it.
All right.
Anyway.
So no more alarms.
No more alarms for you. Though we ought to find this guy who spent $3 million for stamps this week. Did you see that? That stupid those stamps with the upside down plane. Some stamp collector spent $3 million for 4 stamps this week.
We got to meet that guy.
See, dude,
we need to meet.
I can show you, huh?
Where?
At Christie's auction or something. They're like the rarest stamps ever. They printed the biplane upside down in the 1920 or something, and some fool stamp collector spent $3 million for 4 stamps.
Meanwhile, there's people starving.
What, dude? There's people starving, but you don't see me sending money to them either.
$3 million.
You actually got that kind of scratch to buy 4 stamps. What's this guy buying with that Sirius cash? He's got to own like castles.
Well,
buying 4 stamps for
could have
$4
been
million.
Bono.
Well,
you see who Bono's hanging out with this week.
Who's he hanging out with?
Oh, Bono went to go to President Bush. Went and hung out with him. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he was with.
He's PR guy now.
I know. And then he went and stayed at Bill Gates' house too. What do you do with Bill Gates? He'll go, you got a lot of money. when I
have a country to sell you.
When I bumped into Bill Gates, I was so speechless. What do you say to the guy? Do you go up and go, give us some money? Or do you? Because I either want to say, give me some money, or your software is the suckiest suck that could ever suck. And plus, I was so somebody of that rich. I was waiting for that little laser bead to go right between my eyes if I got anywhere near him. He had some dudes in the wings, like mad ninjas walking around.
Really?
Yeah, I was at this technology trade show, and all these trade shows, the big tech conventions, they have people like Al who impersonate famous people, right? So you go by a booth, and there's the guy Austin Powers, hanging out in front of the booth for LCDs.
That's right. Try my new computer, baby. Yeah. It's very switched on. Yeah. So it even has a floppy disk.
So there'll always be these impersonators. And I'm at this booth, and every computer show that you go to now has somebody that has invented these amazing glasses, right? That it's like, you can walk around and surf the internet while you're walking, and it's got screens inside. I'm like, oh, brilliant. Like I don't walk into traffic already, text messaging. Thanks a lot. And so I look over at this guy. I'm like, that is the worst Bill Gates impersonator I have ever seen in my life. And I start to get a little bit closer, and we got those huge name tags that you have to wear at technology trade shows, and it says Bill Gates on it. And then all of a sudden I notice the guys with the black sunglasses standing off in the wings. I'm like, and I swear to God, the first thing I did is I looked up at the ceiling to see if there's dudes in the rafters with sniper rifles.
Yeah.
I didn't think that Bill Gates so intimidating like that.
Huh?
I didn't think he would intimidate you like that.
Dude, somebody like that, if you get close to him, you get beat up.
For what?
Dude, come on, he's the richest man on the planet.
How close did you get?
Close as we are right now.
I was told he's, through the word of the media, is that he's a really smelly guy and dirty.
He did look a little stinky. That's why I'm telling you, he looked awful.
Did you see his wife?
Bill
No,
Gates.
you never see his wife.
Okay.
She's never Melinda.
I don't know.
You never see her.
It's just, there's some babe that was smart enough to do him one time good and go cha-ching.
Yeah, exactly. I know you do him one time good.
Without a doubt.
We should get to this band, Prussian Blue. They're a new pop band. 13-year-old twins, Lamb and Lynx Gaedy, Gaede.
Wow.
Oh, Gaety, I know those. They're great people.
You might want to recant that statement in a minute, Bipolar.
They remind you a bit of the Olsen twins, but unlike the Olsens, they're building a media empire on their fun-loving, squeaky... Oh, wait. Unlike the Olsens, who have built a media empire on their fun-loving, squeaky clean image, these girls are cultivating a much darker persona. They are white nationalists at 13 years old, and they use their talents to preach a message of hate. The band is called Prussian Blue, a nod to their German heritage and bright blue eyes. They're from Bakersfield, California. And they've been playing songs about white power, like acoustic white power songs, to crowds since they were 9 years old. They've got their own website, PrussianBlue.com. They're daughters of the National Vanguard. Some guy who's in the National Vanguard. You ever heard of them? Some crazy big white power group. But they play covers of white power bands. Little girls singing covers of angry white power rock. Some traditional fare and some originals. This guy asked him, how do you determine what song you'd like to cover? And they say, well, something that has meaning to us and our listeners and has a good message for white youngsters.
Yeah, man.
And so it says, what kind of gigs do you play? They're interviewing these two. They're very attractive.
I would say
13-year-old girls.
They
They're
look
quite
good.
hot. She says, we play a lot of concerts, festivals, and Renaissance fairs.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a real white power contingent at the Renaissance fairs, you know? I was like,
Hear ye, hear ye. All the swuggies, please leave the jousting tournament. Hear ye, hear ye.
who wants some mead? White power.
I don't know. I think they're getting the message across, though.
Dude, there's
going to be some guys watching that show.
It's weird. They're starting to pop up in a lot of the press. They ask these girls, and we've got some audio. They're part of their press tours. They call these wacky, news talk radio shows. You know, the guys just sit there and spew garbage all day, and then they have this cute little girl that calls in. You got to hear this bit. Let me see if I can find this. She calls this call-in show, and they're so bad that they're trying to go in with aliases. So if you're a redneck white girl calling into a station, what kind of alias do you think you'd have? Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae.
I think I owe them some money for my college loan.
Out by the cement pond.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
So this girl called this talk show recently.
Ellie Mae, good morning. How old are you, Ellie Mae?
I'm 11 years old.
You're 11 years old. And what did you want to say about your heritage?
I just want to say that I'm English, German, and Scottish.
Uh-huh.
And it just kind of makes me, mad that, whenever I say I'm proud of my heritage, I'm called racist, but then people like Martin Luther King and Cesar Chavez and people like that can say, that they're proud of their heritage, and they're not called racist.
Now,
I agree with him 100%.
Oh, you're with her?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because it is the truth, So you should be proud if you're white.
They've been... Oh, Jesus Christ.
That wasn't racist.
That is racist. Damn. So, since these girls were 11, they have been on sort of the media circuit calling these stations.
Out of my heritage, I'm called racist, but then people like Martin Luther King and Cesar Chavez and people like that can say, that they're proud of their heritage, and they're not called racist.
Now, when you say I am Scottish, English, and Jewish, people say you're racist?
No, German.
Yeah, exactly, without a doubt.
She's got a little zinger in there like, so you're burnt Jews. Like, no, German. Okay?
I am Scottish, English, and Jewish. People say you're racist?
No, German.
People say you're racist for saying that?
Yeah.
People have called you racist for saying you're of German descent?
It happens to my family, and it happens to every white person that says that.
No, they call you racist because you got a swastika flag outside your house.
I gotta say that news person tried to trick that girl at 11 years of age. She caught it, and she's like, "You ain't putting no words in my mouth. I ain't Jewish."
And it happens to every white person that says that.
No, I've never had that happen to me.
White pride is saying that you're being happy for your heritage.
No, it's not. No, it's not. White pride is saying I'm proud that I have a color of skin. That's silly. Do black people have a different character? Are they different kinds of people just because of the color of their skin, Ellie Mae?
Well, here's the thing. Black people are proud of their color of their skin.
Well, but it's silly for everybody to say and that I'm proud of the color of my skin.
At what point does this radio broadcaster say to herself, I'm arguing with a little girl?
And she's losing, though. She's losing. Yeah. The little girl's winning, if you ask me.
It's silly for everybody to say and that I'm proud of the color of my skin. And I don't think that all black people walk around saying I have black pride, I am proud of my color of my skin. I think they're proud of being Americans and they're proud of the work that they put in.
Well, Martin Luther King said that he's proud of being black, and they even made a holiday for him.
Not in all the states.
Honey, if you're worried about it, go move to Arizona, where they don't.
Well, then she'll be crying because she got to go to school that day. So it's like a take. You got to give something to get something.
He said that he's proud of being black, and they even made a holiday for him.
In which speech did he talk about being proud to be black?
That was his whole.
No, his thing was we should judge people by how they treat each other, not by the color of their skin.
Well, what about black entertainment? It doesn't say Nigerian entertainment. It says black entertainment.
Oh,
I love it.
Nigerian entertainment.
Exactly.
Nigerian entertainment is fleecing stupid people in the Midwest out of money. Like, hey, hello.
Hello, you may not know me, but I am King Akaboka Baka, who have been left $2 million. Please give me your bank account and I transfer it right away.
Do you know how many people in this country are fooled by that stupid scam?
That's amazing, though. Those girls are educated, I must say.
Well,
all brainwashed, one or the other.
I think it's called brainwashing.
Yeah, well.
Judge people by how they treat each other, not by the color of their skin.
Well, what about black entertainment? It doesn't say Nigerian entertainment. It says black entertainment.
Oh, hey, I agree with you on that, Ellie Mae.
WET.
No, I totally think, Ellie Mae, that it's silly that there's a whole TV channel just for black entertainment.
Oh, see, now they're both getting a little...
There's not just one to let you know. There's a couple of them. You got the WB.
So, and I'll do this interview. It gets even... Oh, it's not an interview. She's calling... they call all these stations.
I wish he'd call in here.
We can maybe see if we can get this dumb cracker on the phone. Let's listen.
Don't you think it's silly?
No.
To judge people by the color of their skin?
No.
Why is it okay to hate people because of their skin color?
We don't hate them.
Do you think you're better than them?
We just want our own living space.
We just want our own living space.
We want our own trailer.
My space.
Here's my trailer. I don't want nobody coming over here now. My sister's my brother.
Right. It's like that, that old thing, like, yeah, the Mexicans come and take our jobs. Fool, you sitting on your front porch, like, into a case of PBR. What is your job? Reproducing?
You won't get me washing no dishes.
Do you think you're better than them?
We just want our own living space.
What does that mean, Ellie Mae? You just want your own living space. Are you telling me, Ellie Mae, that you don't want a black person living next door to you?
Well, if I can pick, so yes.
Oh, my God.
This little girl is awful. If I could pick them, yes. And when she gets better, this little girl starts ranting because there's a black person in her neighborhood.
Next door to you?
Well, if I can pick, so yes, I don't.
If you could pick your neighbors, you would not pick a black person to live next to you?
Correct.
Why, Ellie Mae?
Just because.
I need a better reason than that. Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not. I'm an atheist.
Which kind of shocked me because, if you ever go to, like, the Ku Klux Klan website or whatever, it's all, like, Christianity stuff on there as well, which I don't understand how they kind of sort of came across that mixed message.
9 years old?
This is when she was 11. They're now 13, and they're coming out with a new record. They're hitting up with. I guess maybe hear it on Z100.
No, I'm not. I'm an atheist.
You're an atheist. All right. Please understand.
Did you actually know that Martin Luther King preferred white prostitutes and plagiarized a lot of people?
Wow. Are you reading that from something?
No.
You're not. No. Are you at school or are you homeschooled?
I'm homeschooled.
Of course, she's homeschooled. I love homeschooling.
Sure, you'd have to go to school with black kids.
You're not. Are you at school or are you homeschooled?
I'm homeschooled.
Do you spend a lot of time listening to talk radio, Ellie Mae?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah? But we should love people because of what they give us, regardless of the color of their skin.
You don't hate other non.
But you wouldn't want them living next door to you.
We don't hate blacks and we don't hate browns and yellows. We just want to.
We don't hate the yellows. Read.
Hate browns and yellows. We just want to be, separate from them.
But why? What's wrong with them? My neighbors are black.
Well, my neighbor, she has a black boyfriend, and she's just horrible to us.
So what does that have to do with her black boyfriend, Ellie Mae?
Well, I would prefer not to have black people down our streets. Well, at least not this black.
Sounds like the street I grew up on.
Yeah, no kidding. So, so these two girls, they're twin sisters. They're Aryans, and they're doing this show, going from town to town, playing awful music. Look at that stupid thing ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, you want me to ignore it?
Well, maybe it's the commish trying again. You want to take his call?
No, I'm not going to talk to the commish.
Yeah, we get seriously threatened.
Coming up, we've got stories from DSW, right?
Yeah, I got a DSW. I'm sorry, the flash and strobe lights. I'm like, it's like I'm playing one of those video games. I'm getting ready to go into an epileptic seizure.
The NAACP.
Yes.
Who is this?
This is Tony.
Are you the manager?
Yes, I am.
Well, my wife's been coming down there for about 6 weeks.
Yes.
And she's still fatter than hell.
Who is she, please?
Florence Testerman.
Florence Testerman?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check and see if I am...
Well, I just want to get this thing settled and get all my money back. Because I ain't going to pay for y'all. Just let her get fatter.
Okay, well, I'm the new manager, and I haven't even met your wife.
Yeah.
And,
she's the one with the big eyes.
Excuse me?
I said she's the one well, I guess they all got big asses, don't they?
Well, I don't think that's any way you should talk about your wife or anybody else. I don't appreciate you using that.
Wow, well, I'm sick and tired of spending my money just to make her fatter.
But I do not have a client by the name of Testerman.
Well, I just want to get this thing settled and get my damn money back.
Does she belong to this center?
Yeah, you all been giving her damn food.
Well, I don't have a client in the...
Y'all are the ones that gives out food, right?
Well, I mean, this is with this weight loss.
Yeah.
But I don't have a client named Florence Testerman.
She's sweating some funky odor now, too.
So I really do not think that this you should be talking this way over the phone.
Well, I just want my damn money back because I'm sick and tired of paying for her to get fatter.
I don't have a client by that name in my file.
Well, you're gonna have to find it and give me my damn money back because I'm sick and tired now spending money just to make y'all richer and her fatter.
Life played loud.
You know, last time I forgot to play those sponsor things. Got in trouble. This is the Lazlow Show. My sidekick and Frank have disappeared.
You know, I went out in the hallway there, and
we were screaming
nothing in sight.
30 seconds. And they're not even around. So we were talking. Oh, by the way, the strobe light. See, there's strobe lights in radio studios, and when terrible things are happening into the world,
stress signal.
There's there's strobe lights. They flash, and it means whatever you're doing, stop it and answer the phone. And in the past, it's been some of Hoo-Hoo's listeners who try to screw us up. But this time it was Jimmy Inappropriate because Cousin Ed was upset because we hung up on him.
So he gave him the number.
What? Yeah, and Jimmy Inappropriate's calling and making the stupid hotline go off.
How inappropriate.
What? Where were you guys? Making out?
Well, Frank wanted a little beverage, and I made a coffee for myself. You didn't
notice it was 2 minutes till we were back on the air?
When I left, I thought there was 3:40, so I didn't quite think I took 3:40.
You didn't give me another soda.
That's why we need interns.
This is the Lazlow Show. We've been told by Infinity, Rob Cross, that we can't have interns.
But how would they... There's no one here. How would they really know if we had an intern?
That's a good point.
It's like...
Well, probably if they heard on the air, they're like, oh, here's our intern, Flamingo. We need a Spanish girl or... What's the deal with the Puerto Rican girls? We got this Puerto Rican girl at the TGI Fridays.
Hot.
Boy, she's got a pooper on her, boy.
And a front porch. It's like a 2-story front, if you know what I'm saying. It's like a 2-story front porch.
You got an alcove up in there.
And it's hot. And she gives you the eyes, she flirts with you a little bit. Like that. She might be into the taboo thing, go to the white fence.
You always have to make sure you meet
fence.
Yeah, it's like, if me and you were going to jump the fence, it'd be called jungle love.
I know.
I think when
you jump the fence, that means you're turning gay.
Oh.
If you go into the jungle...
Jungle fever. Never had it.
Okay.
Don't care to have it.
Oh, Wayne, shut up.
Laz, you've been down that road, haven't you?
Listen, I'll take any road. Okay.
I think that fence has some barbed wire on it. All right.
I think that fence is done. I wanted to play you that stupid... band that we were talking about, the two little girls that sing, covers, and they actually have a song that they just released. This little girl is the worst guitar player ever. Listen to this. She screws up. Ooh. And then they start singing their white power ballads. Ooh. This is the single off of whatever it's called, Honky 2112 or whatever they're releasing. They're going on their looks, I think, is how it's working. You know, they say the South is going to rise again. I'm not so sure.
See, you're critiquing the music. The message is getting out.
Oh, you think so?
Yes, without a doubt.
Why?
There's some crazy racial pedophiles that are loving those two chicks. They're like, yeah, they're for two things I'm down with. Racism and pedophile.
Oh, so, Wayne, like about a week and a half ago, I went to DSW.
Again, huh?
Again, which a friend of mine who's sort of sexually ambiguous dragged me into this place.
Who's this?
Doogie.
Doogie? How did you...
He's a bit of a sissy. He used to work with us at the radio station here at DRE, but DSW, if you've never been, is like the size of Costco, but with shoes.
It's amazing.
Shoemaker.
I went, yeah, shoemaker.
We
I actually went last
cobbler.
night and bought them.
Huh?
I went last night because of boredom. Because
the last time I was there, which was like a week and a half ago, you know, I started to feel okay because granted the place is 3/4 women's shoes, but like the quarters of the place that's actually dude shoes, they got some like cool Vans, they got lots of hiking boots and stuff, and I'm sitting there sort of, it's okay to be a guy and, you know, come buy 4 or 5 pairs of shoes, and next to me is this menage a trois of fat gay dudes arguing. Like, those look terrible. And I'm like, oh, God, I got to get out of here.
You know, Laz, you spoke about it many times over this past summer hanging out with the posse, and you wanted to do posse DS, whatever, W trips. Like, we had 10 of us are going to go and, you know, just ravel through the aisles and go for the... What I'm amazed at is you're a successful man behind the GTA series a little bit back there. How are you buying your shoes at, like, an outlet? Don't you go to a place and just pay the $70 that they want for the pair of shoes?
No. I couldn't
handle it. And they didn't. Everything that I looked at was knockoffs as far as I'm concerned.
It's not knockoffs.
Those were knockoffs. Every pair of Vans I wanted was discontinued or they weren't available in the color I wanted. So as far as I'm concerned, those are the ones that are knockoffs. They made them, they couldn't sell them.
No, it's they can't sell them in stores and it goes to that place.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you get two guys talking about sandals.
Laz has purchased a couple pair of sandals that are very questionable. I gotta tell you.
I've seen Laz without his sandals too.
Yes, have you?
But did you buy any shoes there?
I gotta tell you,
I
gotta tell you how the whole thing. No, we didn't buy. Colleen actually bought a wallet, which even the girl at the place questioned that she bought a wallet.
How do you go to a shoe store buy a wallet?
Well, $58 wallet.
The shoe quality really isn't there. Just, I gotta say, don't be promoting that store anymore. But anyway, you know, we had no weed for the past 48 hours. So, and it was raining, and I was trapped in the house. Out of boredom, I come up with, we're going to DSW to see if the Lazlow myth is really, and I was prepared
What is the Lazlow myth?
That you get good deals. I didn't see a good deal.
Well, see, here's how I shop, right? I like to go shopping once a year and just go and buy, like, just grabbing stuff off the racks, done. I can't deal with the mall.
Your wardrobe says that sometimes.
Hey, you know what, dude? I'm on radio. I ain't dressed in... Oh, I'm sorry. What are you wearing? You wearing like
you see these free T-shirts I get because you announced that you like these guys?
You wear T-shirts and a tool belt.
Yeah.
And you're telling me about fashion.
You work in an arcade? No. Sorry about that.
Well, I just wasn't impressed with DSW.
Wayne in the arcade. You need quarters?
Yeah, we need some quarters.
I'll tell you how to get to the secret screen.
Excuse me, miss. You have change for $2. I want to play Miss
I always love those where they have the ski ball, and you spend like $800 at the ski ball or whatever, and you get all these tickets, and you go up and you get like a
whistle.
Chinese
handcuffs. But have you ever noticed the guys that are at those arcades? There's always something like, wrong with them.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Yeah, exactly. Either they got speech impediments or they're limping and the hygiene never looks the best.
Right.
So what's wrong with that?
I thought you were into that.
No.
Just so you know, Frank, he's into the stumpies.
Okay.
So Frank, listen, Frank Chavez sitting in studio, also known as Fernando.
Fernando Martinez.
And
hola.
And
hola, ¿qué pasa?
So you said that there was you just did a repo recently on like a retarded woman.
Well, she wasn't retarded. It's just people are very smart. We show up at the lady's house, and
if you haven't been listening, Frank is an actor, and like all actors in New York, he has a real job on the side. Some wait tables, others glory holes, and he repos cars. So continue.
So we show up at the house, and the car is parked behind a locked fence. So there's a woman standing on the stairwell, and she goes, "That's my sister's car." I said, "Yeah, your sister sent us over to pick it up. I'll open up the gate for you. You take it away." So she helped us out. Thank you very much, honey. Have a nice day. Didn't call her sister to see if she sent anybody to go pick up the car or nothing.
You didn't even say you're like a repo dude?
No, we just
just said, "I need that car."
I'm the towing guy, and your sister sent me over to pick up.
She must know her sister's a scumbag.
Oh,
do you need to hit a button for that?
Scumbag?
No, that can be said, huh?
What?
That can be said, huh?
So she opened the gate for her. Otherwise, we couldn't get the car. But, it's interesting. She never even called her sister to see if it was all right that some guy that she doesn't know is taking her car away.
Now, when you...
I need this car. Thank you very much.
When you take a car, are there any babies in the back?
No, we never take babies.
So the baby's in the back.
Can't have no babies. Sun rooftop, digging the scene with the gasoline, none of that stuff.
How many guns you found?
No guns.
Really?
Really, no guns. They always take them out.
Now, okay, so I can't make my payments, and somebody comes in and repos my car. Where does it go?
Well, it goes to our lot.
Your lot.
And we never tell you where that is until we know you got money.
Oh, really?
Just in case.
It's somewhere in Queens or Brooklyn or somewhere?
Yeah, usually not necessarily the upper crest neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
You have like some crazy Magnum P.I. Dobermans running around the place?
He used to have a big dog, big Rottweiler.
And then what happened?
Well, we had to get rid of him.
Why?
Because, he didn't like, he's like that little girl. He didn't like them. They didn't like him coming in this neighborhood.
So you're saying...
They always thought they were little biscuits. Chase them around. Come back here.
You're saying the dog maybe needed to go to some therapy for...
he needed sensitivity training.
Training.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, right.
Sensitivity
training. He knew it was something to eat.
And so evidently some people came over the fence.
Well, yeah. There was one time the guy we had... They stole a whole bunch of school buses and they knocked the fence down.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you they were stealing school buses?
Yeah, because our place used to be right next to a school bus company. So this school bus company, in their infinite wisdom, used to leave all the keys in the buses. So
in the middle of Queens somewhere.
So these kids came and they just had a romper room with
Did one of them have a long beard? Wayne's how many
never took a school bus.
You ever
tell you?
What kind of cars did you take?
A lot of GTIs, a lot of Celicas, some Mustangs. Yeah,
Mustang.
Yeah, the little ones, right? I told
what,
you.
to steal?
Yeah, he knows it. He knows how to slap them fast. Don't you worry. He knows a screwdriver's all you needed, my friend.
I was going to church, man.
I'll tell you what, but a Honda is beautiful. It's a great car.
Exactly.
It's a great car. It'll last forever. And very simple.
I had one.
Really?
You had one. You didn't leave it in Queens, did you?
No,
those babies.
I've driven in Queens, but
the Celicas were an easy pop too. The GTIs were a little bit of trouble, but you liked those GTIs because they were fast back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you pop a Honda, what are you saying? Hondas are easy to?
Oh yeah.
Number one.
Look, your face is in major concern right now
because it's very easy to do what needs to be done to drive them away.
What needs to be done?
Well, all you really need is a screw, and a dent puller.
A what?
What did I call it last week? A dent puller. Exactly.
And a dent puller.
Yep.
What, a crowbar?
No, a dent puller.
What's that?
I told you.
It's like a plunger for cars.
It's like you drill a hole in a dent when they're going to repair it and pull it out. They drill a hole, they put this thing in it, and it has a weight on it. And when you slide it back, it smashes so hard it pulls the dent back out.
All right.
Then they finish the cosmetics with fiberglass.
Right. Well, when you're doing that with the car, you take the screw and you put it into the ignition and pops right out, brother.
And if Frank was real good,
all you need is a screwdriver.
Just start it.
A universal.
Yeah.
And so a screwdriver will start the car?
Oh, yeah.
That's why the slotted screwdrivers are still made, just so you know. They're useless on screws, but they're great on cars.
Spanish guys, that's what they'll have. Screwdriver, pair of pliers. That's all you need. That's it.
Yep.
Now, I mean, I know that happened back in the 80s and everything, but Times Square has been cleaned up. We've sort of...
So?
Are you telling me that there are people still...
People park off of Times Square.
Hey, Frank, last week they were questioning, how much is a stolen car worth in parts?
It's worth probably usually almost twice what the car's
Thank
actually
you.
worth.
Remember I said $60,000
Yeah,
for
the
a
car's-
$20,000 car?
Yeah, it's worth a lot more.
It's conceivable.
Triple.
Well, but it's still conceivable.
Or do you ship them over to
Mexico.
to Europe or whatever?
Mexico?
Yeah, they
ain't got no money.
Yes, they end up in Mexico too, my friend.
Mexico,
trust me. It's a lot easier to drive them across the border than it is to put them on a ship and send them somewhere.
Well, you know what it is too. It's the reason is just those cars are built. They're built different over here than they are there. Over here, they have safety stuff. The cars built for the Dominican Republic don't even have seatbelts. Good luck, brother. You know.
Headlights is a guy sitting out front with a Bic lighter.
that's
Okay,
it.
you can go.
Yeah,
You can go.
This show is turning into like the.
But I like that Frank backs up my stories.
This show's turning like to the thief hour or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, yeah, listen.
So now, do you ever have to break into the cars when you're repoing them?
Well, not anymore. 'Cause
Frank
now-
supplied the keys.
Now-
Ain't you supplied the keys?
Yeah, they give us keys. They give us key codes. You know.
Oh,
and
key
then-
code. Oh, they just because some of the new locks now, you just go push in the numbers and the car opens up, right?
Right. So they give you and also with the Hondas, they have to give you the code for the brake.
The brake? What? There's a code for the brake?
Yeah. What it does is it locks up the whole car, so you can't drive it.
Oh.
So they have to have a special code.
So that's the club version of locking up the car. All right.
Yeah, a lot of them have that now.
So when's the last time you stole a car? I mean, repoed it, but stole a car for pay.
This week there was quite a few. We picked up like 15 this week.
Wow. No, but I mean, when's the last time you had the screwdriver and did that whole thing?
Oh, you don't do that anymore.
What?
Because they don't. They give you the keys.
So used to.
What do you need? Why would you want to go through all the hassle of trying to break in with a Slim Jim?
Exactly.
So that was the old days. You used to have to break in with the Slim Jim, and then
you used the Slim Jim, right? Because you couldn't break the window, because then the car loses value.
Yeah,
I broke the window.
You can break the window. You just it was like that.
Right. See, we took them for two different reasons.
It was like that.
Sounded like that.
Meanwhile, I was in church.
Yeah, on what?
Uh-huh.
What were you on?
He was in church.
Acid.
Star.
93 K Rock, it is the Lazlow Show with Big Wayne as sidekick, who, dude, looking like you do, you can't complain about the music being too loud in the studio.
Yeah, it was ear piercing just now, and the other guy is always my ears.
He looks mean.
Bipolar Boy.
Hi.
Al hanging out.
Hello.
He'll be here for the non sequiturs that make no sense and probably aren't funny. And we also have Frank Chavez, who used to be the technophile guy. He used to be my heavy. He would call radio stations and be like, "Why don't you take in Lazlow's show?" When I had got that 60-second technology feature that go all over and find out what kind of garbage they're trying to sell you. Which, it's great to know that with the Xbox 360 and all the technology, the PSP that's coming out, Atari has the Atari Flashback. Did you hear about that? It's like, it looks like the old school Atari console, and it's got all these old Atari games loaded on it, and it's only $30.
I'm getting it tomorrow.
It's got 40 games on it: Pitfall, Centipede, Missile Command, but it's got those Atari joysticks, which are just like carpal tunnel central. Those things are awful. Did you ever play Atari?
Sure.
Okay, because you didn't go to arcades.
No, but I had Atari.
And you never saw.
Sure.
We made
Wayne. We made Pong when it first came out last.
Pong. It was Commodore 64.
We made Wayne watch part of Return of the Jedi because he'd never seen any Star Wars movie.
It's pretty bad.
Isn't that bad? Yeah, but he can sit there and tell you intricacies of how to steal a Honda.
Exactly. It's different things you learn on the street.
I noticed this the other day. There's, you can CD burners are now like $50, but what if you want to burn vinyl? Like if you got a song, can you do that?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah? What, do you have a vinyl burner?
No.
The thing that like cuts the little notches in the record?
No, I don't have one, but you can do that.
Yeah. Well, there's one coming out for the holidays that you get blanks, right? And you hook it up to your computer or whatever, and it will sit there and cut a vinyl record for you.
To be played on a traditional turntable?
Yeah. The problem is it's
Nobody has a turntable.
It's $15,000.
15 grand.
Oh, nice.
Did you know that?
They go to 15 and 20 grand too.
That's
Depends
insane.
on what kind.
Why don't you just play a CD?
So usually in vinyl, what they did back in the old days was they took a metal record. It's a metal record. And then from that metal record, they pressed it on vinyl.
Right, they would stamp it.
They'd stamp it right there. So you would actually record the stuff, record your song, whatever, and they'd put it on a piece of metal, which would become the master, and then you press vinyl off of that.
This is back when you were stealing Hondas.
No.
He stole Hondas?
No. The only thing he stole was his mom's underwear and wore it around the house.
For Halloween.
Which was every day.
Every day is Halloween. Right.
Good song.
So, are there plans to move out of your mom's house, Al?
No, not necessarily.
Why?
Is this your way of inheriting the real estate?
Hey, I'm saving a bunch. You know why? Because I switched to home. I'm saving a bunch of money.
Right.
So I switched to home insurance.
It's like a Geico commercial.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Hey, I don't mind.
But that's even going to get in the way of just like your daily habits, living with mom.
Yeah, like sitting on the couch, pleasuring yourself.
That's what I was going.
My parents.
It's like you're using up an awful lot of hot water.
Water's running all day. No, it's they're never even home. More than I'm never home.
Yeah, his parents
75%.
His parents are swingers. That's the part I didn't.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's home really. The house is like unoccupied.
You see your dad
20
leaving in
hours.
assless chaps. We'll be back, son. Me and your mom are going to a car key party.
A car key. So we repossessed Frank back here.
Frank, are you doing any? Frank plays Saddam Hussein in an upcoming made-for-TV commercial.
Yeah.
Are they made for anything else, Laz?
I don't know.
Commercials?
And where's that going to air?
It's going to air on Comedy Central after South Park and on Spike TV.
All right.
Oh, and on MTV after Jackass.
Okay. Wow, you know the whole media
Yeah,
buy.
you better believe it.
That is pretty headache.
Excellent. So that's your first like nationwide TV.
Yeah.
Right, and you get to play like a guy that
I get to play
wiped out Kurds and Sunnis and Shiites and whatever he did.
Next thing you know, I'll be on Saturday Night Live. Hey, there he is.
Hey.
You ought to try to see if you can do. I think you would make a mean Osama. You would.
I'm not tall enough.
Oh, is that the problem?
Yeah, the guy's like 12 feet tall.
You're not wearing sandals tonight either.
Like right. You can play basketball. I saw that Anheuser-Busch had this campaign that just went wrong. Have you ever seen this beer pong thing?
Yes.
My buddy's bar, they used to play that there, and I would watch people, and they would be S-faced within moments. Where you and it would have like a pool table. They put a big piece of plywood on it. And you throw ping pong balls to the other side.
I bet you Ed plays a lot of that.
He probably does.
He's around that younger crowd.
Hey, is that the bar, your buddy's bar, where we went to play pool and we were playing with Popeye?
Oh God! There was this stupid.
Hey, buddy, you gotta.
We were sitting there playing pool, Alex and I, and this old Irishman. I swear to God, one eye was sort of closed, and you could smell him like 20 feet away, just BO from like days, like New Orleans looter BO.
Yeah, he was marinated.
He was marinated in garbage, and he came over and he's like, "Hey, you're doing it all wrong." And he starts giving us tips. I'm just laughing at the guy.
Hey, Sonny, you got to put a bowl in the other corner over there. Would you care for a wee bit of Scotch whiskey before you make that shot there? Great then.
And then so I started going, there's like a Roscoe, what was it, Popeye kind of vibe there. But Budweiser, in their infinite wisdom, started this Bud Pong. They call it Bud Pong, but they will discontinue their national promotion. It's a drinking game the company says is supposed to be played with water.
Oh. What?
Why somebody's not screaming BS back at them about this? This is in USA Today.
That's tap pong.
Right. You're supposed to drink with water. Why would you call it Bud Pong?
Right.
It's like Deer Park Pong or, Evian Pong.
Poland Spring Pong.
Yeah, they've been promoting this. They've spent a ton of money promoting Bud Pong since July. They've supplied tables, balls, glasses to wholesalers across the United States. And then somebody noticed, because when you lose at the game,
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
You're a losing drunk.
Plus, you've got this nasty ball that has landed in your beer.
All over the floor. And then it's been in everyone's hand. They go to the bathroom. They don't wash their hands.
And then you got to drink the beer. And plus, it's Budweiser, which is garbage beer anyway.
Yep.
Other tech stuff.
Have you backed up my report that Guinness is coming in flavors? Have you heard that?
No, I have not.
Still have not heard that.
Corroborated or collaborated.
Okay.
That
yes,
report.
I heard that.
You have heard that Guinness is coming in flavors?
Yep.
What flavors do you know?
They didn't say it. It was on New York One they were talking about.
Okay. See?
They said that for all you wimps that can't handle the real mother's milk.
That's right.
But Guinness is low in alcohol. I don't know what the problem is.
It's the flavor.
It has nothing to do with alcohol.
It's to keep up with those other blueberry and strawberry beers.
Right.
I like Lazlow's brews.
Yeah, he's come over to my house and had beer.
Lazlow makes an incredible pumpkin beer. It's the best one I ever had. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You don't make that often, do you?
Oh, no, not anymore.
I think it was like Wicked Cherry Ale or whatever it was.
Man.
That was stuff he bought and put on the tab.
Oh, no. Every time I've been over Laz's house, I've had a different kind of beer.
Yeah, because when you open his refrigerator, he's got like 14 different kinds of beer.
That's great. Then you find a Seagram's, whatever, ginger ale in the back or so.
Yes, it does, like a raspberry ginger ale.
Right.
And what's your other big drink, you Weight Watchers, that the in-laws sent down for like 99 cents, like 12 pack?
juice.
Dude, my in-laws buy me a sweatshirt.
They buy me stuff.
They buy me a sweatshirt for the Rangers. For my birthday, a Rangers sweatshirt. I ain't never been to a Rangers game. I never watched a Rangers game.
You want me to tell you why you got that?
Because it was stolen.
Someone tells me someone in their family got a Rangers sweatshirt that they didn't like.
There's a store.
Yeah, they passed it on.
It's called regift.
I understand
I
that. No, there's a place up in Connecticut called the Warm Store. And it's things that still have price tags on them and fell out of the back of Pergaments. And,
from New Orleans.
And from New Orleans. And right, there's a guy there with plasmas. Stuff tends to come from there.
Warm. So I never knew your family would participate in warm stuff.
It's not my family.
Yeah, well, it's your family now.
Right. They have
a warm.
It's the Warm Store. That's where my vacuum cleaner came from. I have a hot vacuum cleaner.
I never knew this.
Yes. All right. Other tech stuff going on. When you go to the store and the chicks with the nails are 5 foot long and they've got all sorts of diamonds in there and they've got a memorial to their baby's daddy on them, airbrushed on, and they can't hit any of the buttons on the register. Mm-hmm. It's like, cut those, bitch. Well, it's gotten worse now. There's now a printer that prints fingernails. So you can take any design from your computer and print it on press on nails and wear them.
There you go.
How do you put the nail through the printer?
No, I don't know. How
does that happen?
I don't think you put the nail.
Right.
That's
might be a little rough on your hands.
Yeah.
I think it's probably give you a template.
Yeah, I think I don't know, but it's coming out of Asia now because that's the big thing. Is the Asian girls put all sorts of crazy,
deadly China doll.
What?
The deadly China doll.
I don't know, but I'm looking at this picture of this Asian girl, and she's got all this crazy anime pictures on her.
Let me see that.
You got a little.
You got an Asian thing going too?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, but you see the way it's put on over here?
I see cuts happening in my private area. That's what I see.
It doesn't
those
look
daggers away from me.
I mean, it looks kind of weird.
I never understood why chicks think that's hot.
I like a chick that bites her nails, personally. Something
That's
about
nasty.
Yeah, it's just something about having a hand in her mouth and you want to replace it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you like one that sucks her thumb?
Yeah, I'm in love with one that sucks her thumb, and so are you.
No.
Yeah.
No thumb suckers.
No thumb suckers.
No thumb suckers.
Okay.
I hear Cousin Ed's got a thumb sucker. She's actually still teething.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago on this show, we had Rob Paravonian, who came in and played some music. I think he's the only guy that's actually ever come in here with a guitar and played. But he sent us a song recently to all the kids out there who are playing video games, and a message of peace and hope. It's the Lazlow Show.
I wanted to write a song that would, in fact, change the world. Or at least, I figured is the average age of the record-buying public is 14. So if I was able to speak to the 14-year-olds of America, what would I want to say to them? And so this is my little public service announcement. If your day is going kinda bad, don't blow up your school. If something's got you kinda sad, don't blow up your school. I know you wanna make your classmates pay, but violence is not the way. You'll ruin it for the NRA. Don't blow up the school. Oh, don't blow up your school. If the other kids are teasing you, don't blow up your school. There's other things that you can do than blowing up your school. Find some place where you can hang, somewhere where you can do your thing. Join a club, hell, join a gang. Just don't blow up your school. Don't blow up your school. I know it's hard. Other kids can be so mean. That doesn't mean you have to mix up some nitroglycerine. Everybody's been through this. We've all wanted to blow the world to bits, but couldn't you just listen to the Smiths? Don't blow up your school. Don't blow up your school. I'm gonna make bracelets with the letters DBUIS. That way kids will have a constant reminder of how not to deal with stress. Find some people you can trust, express your feelings and discuss, or play guitar like the rest of us. Just don't blow up your school. Don't blow up your school. Don't blow up your school. All right.
The Lazlow Show.
Hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove.
93 K-Rock, it's Lazlow Show. Episode 15. Big rumors on the internets about K-Rock going K-Talk, it says here in the Newsday. A lot of stations nationwide maybe not playing the music, because they say
I didn't see this.
The kids aren't listening to the music anymore. They're getting the iPods, they get that satellite, they're getting AIDS or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're the young kids of today. The website for the show is lazlow.com. We're also listed on iTunes. Somebody at Apple put us on iTunes so that you can subscribe as a podcast, and then we get all sorts of weird email from people in Scotland and bizarre countries.
It's not Scottish, it's crap. That's it.
But you were pointing out that your big hero, his birthday's today.
My big hero?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, Weird Al Yankovic, 46 years old today.
What
Weird Al.
What has he been doing? Do you remember when that intern at the radio station that we worked at had his biggest crush ever on?
What's her name?
Dana.
Dana.
Right.
Dana.
And I tried talking. I'm like, well, exactly what about "Eat It" and what was the other song he did?
I Lost on Jeopardy.
Right. Exactly. What do you find hot about Weird Al? And she had a thing for him, and she met him.
Interviewed him on the air, too.
And he liked her, and he wanted to go out with her. But she had a boyfriend, like a long-distance relationship from back in college. She's like, no, I've got this boyfriend, and he's got acne problems. And, like, dude, it's Weird Al. Come on. Give it a go. How can you turn down Weird Al booty? If you're a chick. I mean, come on, I guess.
At one time, he was getting a paycheck.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing anything. You don't hear any goofy songs coming out of him?
Remember where he started?
Where?
On WHT, the Uncle Floyd show, if I'm correct.
WHT?
Yeah, it was like a really cheesy satellite before even HBO was available in Queens.
Satellite?
WHT.
You had to stick this antenna like out your window or put it on the roof, and it was like on channel 68 on UHF.
UHF.
Yeah, I'm going back, fellas. This is 70s.
What is this antenna thing you speak of?
Well,
stick it out the window and you got a show.
And it was like amazing. You knew when people had WHT because if they lived on the 5th floor of an apartment building, it's like all of a sudden this antenna just stuck out from the window.
So it was one channel?
It was only one channel, and there was a show on there called the Uncle Floyd program, and I do believe Weird Al came from that show.
And what happened to this WH?
Well, the WHT was like an HBO competition, but the only way you could get it was being provided with this antenna.
Did you have to pay for it?
Oh, yes.
I vaguely remember
it. And it was like a whole big deal with it. Like after 10 o'clock at night, it had like, cheesy porn.
Oh, I remember. Do you remember that on Showtime where they had like the French cheesy porn from the 70s? They dub over the.
Do you remember, Frank? Do you remember WHT?
I don't remember.
No.
He's too busy stealing cars.
Well, he was repossessing. He wasn't stealing.
We were watching Sábado Gigante. Don Francisco. Sábado Gigante.
Spanish radio is taking over in this country, isn't it?
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Why?
What are you talking about?
Day laborers.
Wait, what are you talking about? have you been anywhere in the city?
I went to Home Depot.
I mean, dude, it's like, come on.
What is it with your people?
What is it with your people?
They love the America. What is that about?
What do you mean, what's that about?
What is this?
To make $1 here is $5,000 down there. What are you talking about? Come on.
What, dude, listen, where were you born? You were not born in Argentina. You were born here.
I was born here, but I went back to the Dominican Republic and lived there for 3 years.
Did you?
And trust me, my brother, I went through all that riding on the donkey, no TV. You know, you have to take a shower when it's raining very hard.
Without soap.
No, you know what I'm saying? I went through all that.
Yeah?
No shoes, that whole...
No shoes? You didn't even have a shoemaker?
When I came... No shoemaker.
No DSW?
No DSW.
Nothing?
Oh, man, look at these.
Are you kidding me? DSW. We were lucky to have
those look
leather.
good on USA. They make me want to touch your butts.
You're loco, I say.
Oh, to grab your chimichanga. No DSW down there in the Dominican Republic?
DSW. You were lucky to get a piece of leather. What, are you kidding me?
Come on. Is it that bad?
It was, yeah. It was.
Yeah.
But in the Dominican Republic back in the day, sure, yeah.
What is this day people speak of? What year was that?
It was a very special day.
People keep talking about
the
back
day
in the...
before you came along.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's special.
Yeah. So, and then you decided the Dominican Republic was
Well, I
no
didn't
good.
decide anything. My parents looked at me and said, the dude's going to die. We better bring him back to the United States.
So you're Frank's running around naked in the rain down there.
Yeah,
No, it's bueno. I want to go back to Nueva York.
I was wearing just a little tunic around my waist, climbing in trees and stuff. Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah, my name is Tarzan. I spell it with a T. Tarzan.
Speaking of monkey heads, you know that store that I don't understand why anybody buys anything there. The Sharper Image, they've always got like, you know, some kind of weird vibro chair or something that like plays wave sound effects to make you go to sleep. They've got this new creepy thing in the Sharper Image catalog. It is a state-of-the-art, fully animated robotic chimpanzee head. And I mean it looks like a chimpanzee head, but it's sort of mounted.
You want to be doing mushrooms when that thing goes
on a rock, and it talks, and it talks in like monkey language or whatever. And it's got a guard mode, so that if somebody comes into your office, there's like an animatronic monkey head talking at you. He can also hear and feel in ways that allow him to interact intelligently with you, your family, your guests, or baffled strangers. The chimpanzee has 4 distinct emotional moods.
Feel?
Huh?
What do you mean feel? It's only his head. What does he feel?
I don't know.
Where are they putting his head?
I don't know. Why you don't get the rest of the body of this monkey? So at least you get lonely. He's got 4 emotional moods: curious, happy, fearful, and feisty. Why you would want a monkey head in your house? A Sharper Image. I've never seen anything in there I want.
I can't say. That's not I can afford.
No kidding. This thing has bubbled water and is only $1,200. Great. Sort of relaxing. Frank will come in and seize it back from you.
But have you ever been in one, Laz?
Yeah, I've been in a Sharper Image.
So it's great to just go in there and touch all that stuff, though, because they do have like just an open field day of one of everything, and you just get to play with it. Yeah. It's like I've seen some women sit in those chairs and they just don't get up. It's like you got to pull the plug and tell them, okay, lady, the ride's over. But it's a great expression on their face. What happened? What happened?
She's looking for the place to put the
quarter
in.
It's my turn.
Where do I put the quarter in?
It's like old divorcees in there.
Without a doubt.
Reminds me of Frankie. Little news from where I went to college there in Missouri. There was some of the Sam Walton's, the guy that started Walmart. One of his daughters lived around there, had this huge ranch, and
she bought one of those monkey heads.
No, she didn't buy one of those monkey heads. She bought her own degree. She paid a chick while she was in college to do all of her homework, take tests. Lori, the granddaughter actually of Walmart co-founder Mr. Walton, has returned her degree to the University of Southern California after this woman, Alina Martinez, told ABC's 2020.
Juicy?
Juicy?
Oh, can you see?
Well,
why do we want to come here? Eh?
So we can pay you.
So we can make money for you.
You're right.
Of course she's giving back the degree. She got more money than God. She cares less.
Well, this woman, Alina Martinez, went on ABC's 2020, said she'd written term papers and done assignments for Lori for 3.5 years in college.
Yeah, but was it in English?
Yeah, it was in English.
Oh, that's great. That's like
How can you keep putting C and bueno in this report?
That's like Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School when he did all the homework for his kid. It was great. He had NASA doing the science reports and everything. It was great.
Kurt Vonnegut.
Kurt Vonnegut shows up.
Oh, that's right.
It was great.
You gotta love Kurt Vonnegut, dude. I got this. Like, when are magazines gonna realize to stop putting cologne samples in the magazine? Because it's bad enough, like, you're reading the magazine, and now you smell like a stinky guy with a BMW that Frank's going to come repo it back from you. It used to be bad, though. Do you remember when magazines, like, you walk by the magazine rack, and it
stunk.
Smell like a whorehouse, dude. It's terrible.
Is that how whorehouses smell?
I've never been to one, but you told me.
Let me
They
get
smell like those magazines, I can tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, it's real strong
can I see
ammonia
that?
smell.
Let me see that magazine over there. Let me see that magazine.
Well, don't rub yourself with the magazine, dude. You're such a creepy dude. So you've actually been in a whorehouse?
Sure.
Okay.
Like
is it like that movie with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton?
No,
Okay.
I've never been. That looked like a classy place. But it's amazing the women didn't speak English. One of the places I
Really?
went, yeah.
They speak Russian.
Yeah, no, mostly Asian and Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't my thing, you know.
It wasn't your thing.
Yeah, but the smell is skanky, I'm telling you. You never been in a peep show?
No, I'm telling you, I was in church.
Well,
I was in church. And they don't have peep shows in Oklahoma.
I didn't do it. I was at a birthday party.
Well, it's amazing how the floor is, just constantly sticky and tacky. It's like you
Sure.
walk out and your shoes stay there and you're barefoot.
And
And the stench of ammonia, whether it's, they're trying to overpower the stench that's there, but there is some ammonia in the man.
And there's a lot of like
next episode we find out the ammonia in the man.
And so let me get this straight. So
there's a high percentage anyway.
You go to this you go to these places.
Yes.
When you were living in Queens.
Yes.
And like you and your boys?
They actually called them bathhouses last. They didn't call them even massage parlors.
Bathhouses.
Like Turkish bathhouse.
Yes, Turkish bathhouses.
Bathhouses I ever heard about were in
These
San
were in
Francisco.
Flushing.
Yeah.
And the women were really seedy. And you kind of came in and there would be like 20 women sitting there in scantily clad clothes, And you get to pick the one you'd want. You went in the room and, believe it or not, there was, hurry up, because the next guy is right behind you.
Oh, they would actually tell you to hurry up?
Oh, so you had a time limit. Yeah.
What was the time limit?
I'm going to say you had about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some pressure.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm good in 2, but still.
Yeah.
Do you get to go twice if you...
No.
3 minutes and 23 seconds.
Nope, that's it, man. You're done, you're out. Next guy. She goes right back out to the lineup. Maybe she gets picked again, maybe she don't.
How many times did you go to this place?
Several. Sure.
Always died 7?
Several.
I know.
I hung out with a dude that was like a Hell's Angels type guy, and it was a place he fancied at about 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
He'd close up his club if it was slow. And
Right. You're going to have to be a few deep.
Oh, no.
a couple rails deep.
Oh, is that it?
Sure. And that could be a problem when you get there. You don't always function, my friend.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Sometimes there's no function at all.
So what happens when you get in there and you're all zooted up and
you got to keep feeding them money. You got to keep feeding them dollars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not to change the subject from you banging hooas.
Hooas.
A lot of people in New Orleans and even people here in New York now and New Jersey are complaining that the insurance companies, you think you have insurance, and then something happens, you're going to get taken care of? No.
Because you got to read the fine print.
You got to read the fine print of these policies. There are so many people down in New Orleans and
thought they had flood insurance.
A lot of it doesn't count.
Yeah.
There's so many little things, and these insurance companies are such like scumbags because they take your money each month, and then something happens, and it's like, oh, you want some help? It's like, yeah, I'd kind of like, like wrap my car around a telephone pole drunk. A little help here, please.
Yeah, some of those houses are okay, though. They don't need, insurance for
plumbing. Some of them don't need plumbing anymore.
Some
water.
people are moving back in. It's okay, but most of all, not really. Go ahead.
This one woman who was driving down the road minding her own business, in the other lane, there was a guy who was upset at his ex-girlfriend. So he comes and rams this is on the highway, rams his ex-girlfriend's car, and her car spins out of control, goes across the guardrail, right, into oncoming traffic, hits this woman, and she was in a coma for 9 days, spent 5 months in the hospital, and her insurance company, which, by the way, for those of you that have Farmers Insurance...
Farmers?
Farmers, it's called.
Okay.
Farmers Insurance.
Mhm.
You never heard of Farmers Insurance?
Never heard of Farmers.
Evidently, it's in the...
It's on that paper. Go ahead.
It's in Seattle or something. I don't know. But they're refusing to pay any of her expenses because the guy hit his girlfriend intentionally, and it was she had uninsured coverage, but they're trying to get out of it. And the state's actually suing them, saying that you have to. I mean, it's like you have to sue to get them. It's like, this is why I've been sending you $150 each month, stupid.
That's that intentional insurance through a friend. Right. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it had like a little car and spun out of control and all crazy stuff. It was amazing.
Yeah, man.
I don't, if they were in a coma, they came out of it, what are you going to do?
You're alive. Pay the insurance premium and keep
It's
moving
that
on.
boyfriend-girlfriend intentional insurance. That's what I'm talking about. Right, Frank?
All right.
Hi.
That's right.
Bipolar boy in action again.
That was funny.
Yeah, so what...
All right.
What?
All right, go ahead. Continue, Lazlow.
Okay.
By the way, I love your shirt.
What?
It's awesome.
I'm wearing a white T-shirt, you psychopath.
I like it. It's good.
Do you talk like this to your mom?
Who?
Does your mom ever catch you, like, she comes downstairs, maybe you're watching Vanna White or something, you're pleasuring yourself. Did your mom ever catch you doing that?
Never, ever, ever. Never.
No?
Nope.
Frank, at what point do you think somebody should move out from living with their mom?
When they catch him having fun with Vanna White.
I turned a few letters or so, but I never had fun with Vanna.
You're such a
I played
psycho.
hangman, all that. I don't know. Laz, you look like you're going to do some construction with that pencil in your ear there. So you're measuring? This is 3/4 over here. This wall over here has got to be repoed. I don't know.
See, it only took him 2.5 hours to turn it on.
What do you got? Turn what on? What do I look like, a toaster? Oh, my God. I even unplug that after I make a grilled cheese sandwich with mozzarella cheese and all that stuff on it. It's really good. Yeah.
See, it's tough when he comes with a line like that after being funny for the past minute. I don't get the mozzarella and the cheese.
I don't know. See, that's
like
what I'm telling you.
I don't know when to cut it.
Al will be going.
Mozzarella cheese? It's good mozzarella.
And then, like, some synapse in his head fires, and he just, like... I was sitting in a chair with a balloon on it.
Mom, I wasn't doing nothing. Snap out of it, Al.
Bipolar is, you two sheets to the wind, I guess. I don't know.
The worst part
What are you talking about?
The worst part is his parents have actually been dead for 2 years. He's got them stored in the basement.
Oh, like in Weird Science? No. That was good.
Not like in Weird Science. We got an email from a fan this week who was talking about, we're always making fun of Reed's scooter. He said, if you really want to find out if scooters are gay or scooters are not gay, you go to Google Fight. You ever heard of Google Fight? GoogleFight.com, you type in 2 words and you have them battle each other out. And what it'll do is, so you type in, let's say, Frank Chavez in one, and then you put Bipolar Boy in the other, and it'll go out and it'll do Google searches for each of those words, and then stick figures come on screen and fight. Based on how many hits you've got and who's the most popular, they win the fight. So this guy did a Google fight of scooters are gay and scooters aren't gay. And guess which one won?
Scooters are gay.
Scooters are gay. More Google hits for that.
Mm-hmm.
The internet has spoken.
Just no kidding. I have a friend named Scooter.
Oh, God.
I do.
This is where he goes off into...
Seriously, and those stick figures that come up, I got 2 because I'm bipolar.
Did you see those T-shirts that say Jesus hates the Yankees?
No.
No?
I have not.
No, those are...
I didn't see it.
Dude, I'm getting one.
Why?
Because... Huh?
Why?
Because I don't like the Yankees.
Why?
You
don't like a winning team?
What do you mean a winning team?
Well, compared to the Mutts? Come on. When was the last time they did anything? Hello.
Here's the thing, though.
A lot of people
5 years they haven't done anything.
Who?
The Yankees.
So what about
Dude, they've been in the playoffs.
What about the Mutts? They've been in the playoffs the last 8 years in a row.
Exactly.
Right. Well,
what about the Mutts? What are the Mutts doing?
This is
the Mutts are like, well, hey, we got a Spanish guy. He's going to pitch. We took him from Boston.
We got Piazza was gay.
So good this year.
But listen, it's not the Yankees. It's the Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees. That's
The
right.
Yankees.
That's
Sure.
right.
Yankees, man.
What?
This is for real.
Okay, Frank, you got anything to plug?
You're a Yankees fan.
We got to wind up here, boy. We're running out of show. You got anything to plug?
Yeah, you can see me on Law and Order Criminal Intent, November 13th.
What are you doing? Robbing some guy?
No, I am a drug mule. Yeah.
Really?
I noticed you were walking funny. You got a bunch of balloons up.
Too many balloons, Bobby. Too many balloons.
I think one is burst inside. I'm starting to get on itchy.
I am very wide awake now.
I don't know why my colon is bleeding.
When I go to the bathroom, it's going to be very clean.
So so Law and Order, you're a drug mule.
Yeah.
When you just come on and you have that look on your face like you really got to go?
No. They got us hiding in a bathroom, and I'm in a bathtub. Hiding.
Why you're hiding in a bathtub?
Yeah, we're hiding.
Because you're inserting.
No,
hiding.
No, because the cops come to the door, so we're all hiding in the bathroom.
So it's like a drug house, right? And you're getting ready to go fly to wherever, and
we're all in there, and then.
Do you have to actually swallow a balloon?
No balloons.
Okay, so you're just pretending.
Yes, it's TV.
Okay. And what are any lines, or just you looking nervous?
Just get to fight with the guy.
Just you looking constipated and nervous in the corner.
Just me fighting with the guy who's like, "Hey, what are you doing there?"
Okay, so you're Law and Order and Bipolar Boy. You got anything to plug? Spinning anywhere?
No.
Soon to be unemployed at the dairy barn?
Not really. Not a lot of things going on.
Right. Tell your mom I said hello.
Definitely will. Happy Halloween to you, too.
I love calling his house.
Oh,
Lazlow! I gotta call your mom.
Last time Lazlow was at my house, we had a nice dinner with spaghetti and meatballs and all that.
And his father, who
is father I nicknamed the Chimney. Oh, yeah.
Smokes, plays the lotto. He's old school.
Yeah, 39 and a half cigarettes a day.
Wayne, you got anything to plug? What are you doing this week? Grout in the bathroom?
No grout in the bathrooms this week. I don't know. Little odds and ends here and there. But I did want to say to you that, since E-Rock won that $100,000
That's right. One of the producers from the Opie and Anthony show.
I don't mean to bring that up because of who he is, but
won $100,000 in the Daily News lottery thing.
Right,
so last week, scratch match thing.
So last week, me and Reed were actually scratch matching in the Post, and it carried over to my own that I went to McDonald's, and they're doing this Monopoly thing.
Oh yeah, you said you were going to eat at McDonald's because you wanted to.
And I'm hooked. I was on a nice diet. I was losing some weight. Now I'm just like cranking out McDonald's left and right to get game pieces so I can win Best Buy bucks. I don't even go to Best Buy. I don't even know what I'm going to do with my Best Buy bucks, but there's a chance of me winning $1 million. And when I win the $1 million, I'm going to get myself that flat screen TV I've been wanting.
You got to get part
heart transplant.
So you're basically, no kidding. You better start saving up for a heart transplant.
So heart transplant.
They've been playing that. We talked about this on the last show. Yeah, they've been doing that stupid Monopoly thing at McDonald's for decades.
Yeah.
But I'm only into it now because I realized that there is the opportunity that a simpleton can win.
Why didn't you play the Powerball this week? Because $340 million.
That just doesn't seem like the same thing. You got to pay to be in that. This is,
What do you mean, dude? How much is a Big Mac?
Yeah, but you're eating it. You need to eat. You need nourishment. It's not good nourishment. I won't deny.
How many times you been to McDonald's this week?
In the past week, at least 3 times. And I find myself purchasing these outrageous meals to get more coupons than you really need.
It's great. I have 36 copies of Baltic Avenue.
Exactly.
Great. What do I get for 36 copies of Baltic Avenue? Do I get like a large fry or something? Give me something.
But anyway, I found it to be very addicting, and I need to get off this. I'm not going to get rich by eating McDonald's.
They have salads at McDonald's now.
Yeah, I don't think you don't get the coupon with the salad.
Oh, you don't?
That sucks. I'm on this Cool Ranch sandwich, like on a Kaiser roll.
That sounds fatty as hell.
No, it's pretty good. It's got a ranch dressing on it.
I don't go to McDonald's for a salad, though.
Right.
People they try to lose weight. Now we get 3 Big Macs, 2 large fries, and a Diet Coke.
Sure.
What's a Diet Coke going to do?
This is the Lazlow Show. As I said, the website is lazlow.com. You can hear every show that we've done so far. This is episode 15. Hopefully, Reed, the useless producer, will be back next week. And if the rumors are true and the show actually the whole station and the Infinity chain goes to talk, I'm sure that we'll be canned.
Canned? We're the only ones talking right now. No. This is the basis of the new format. There's no one else here talking. Who talks? Do you listen?
Not really.
Well, no one else
Booker's
talks.
got a really good show.
Booker's got an excellent show, and it is funny, but it's not like constant talk. He still brings you down with the music.
You never know. They could... Dude, it could be all satellite. That's the future of radio. It's just like one studio and they satellite it out to everybody else.
Well, that could happen.
Yeah.
But you're the buzz of the business right now,
No,
my
I'm
friend.
no buzz, dude.
Yep,
This show
I hear
is done.
buzz.
If we don't get money, we're shutting this show down.
All righty.